Welcome to JSerra Catholic High School. Your future starts here. JSerra is different from any other private Catholic high school in Southern California.
Check 1 2.
We're known for our faith-driven mission, our innovative and exceptional academics, our inspiring faculty, and our competitive athletic programs. Located in sunny San Juan Capistrano, our campus rivals that of any small private college or university. The learning side of campus provides students grades 9 through 12 with an exceptional education in a Catholic faith-based character-building setting. The intimate size of JSerra is what provides our students and parents with a sense of family and community. Current enrollment is 1,200, and the typical class size is 17 to 24 students. At JSerra, we don't strive to be the biggest, we strive to be the best. JSerra is the only private school in Southern California to offer 4 magnet specialty programs in the areas of law, medicine, business, and engineering. Students participating in the 4-year programs are given unique learning opportunities, real-world experiences, and knowledge and exploration of their field of study. All academics at JSerra are taught by highly accredited and experienced faculty. We have a vested interest in seeing students reach their potential and succeed. And succeed, they do. 99% of JSerra graduates go on to colleges and universities nationwide. All we do inside and outside the classroom is built upon the Catholic faith and the spiritual formation of our students. In addition, JSerra is the only private Catholic high school in Southern California to conduct weekly Mass for its students, parents, and the community. Now let's go over to the athletic side of the campus, where we believe sports play an integral role in the mental, physical, and spiritual development of young adults. Our 23 sports programs teach critical life lessons and skills, such as discipline, teamwork, time management, and morality. The athletics campus is situated on 29 acres and is among the best in the nation. It offers a $40 million state-of-the-art facilities complex that includes a 2,000-seat gymnasium and Olympic-class aquatics center. Our athletic programs are as successful for their competitive wins as they are for bringing together our student body in spirit and camaraderie. After all, the 4 years of high school should culminate in bringing joy, knowledge, faith, and friendship to the lives of our students. Every activity, every class, every lunch, every friend, every teacher. These are the experiences that build lifelong connections and transform who we are today into what we will become for a lifetime. We encourage you to visit JSerra for yourself. Our traditions are yours to share. Take the first step in building a meaningful life rich with aspirations, confidence, and resilience. Become a lion today.
To week 1 of the 2015 football season as Cabrillo took on the JSerra Lions on a hot Friday night at Saddleback College. A lot of anticipation going into this game. Coach Jim Hartigan looking on to see how his team would do. The stage was set as these teams were ready to get after it. It would be a high-scoring affair. Lots of anticipation going into this one by both teams. JSerra coming onto the field, and on their first series, it would be a run from the line of scrimmage. Getting every bit of it would be Avery Williams for the first touchdown of the season. That would make it 7-0 the JSerra Lions. And then on the bobbled punt return, he picks it up, runs left, finds some room, and zigzags his way down the sidelines. It would be a foot race to the end zone, but the Lions would go in for the touchdown, and they quickly led 14-0. Ball on the 48-yard line just a little while later, and Avery Williams gets the call. An amazing run here as he cuts, right back inside. He goes all the way across, stays on his feet. Everybody's chasing him. Touchdown, Lions.
Touchdown, Lions.
The Lions on defense did not miss a step. How about this interception by Nathan Bowman as he plays center field, picks this one up at the 50-yard line, immediate U-turn, and gets up the field for bonus yards. The Lions would capitalize on the turnover. Somehow, some way, the ball bounces in the right direction for the Lions. Picked up, and there he goes again. Avery Williams will go in for the touchdown. The Lions were well in control of this one, 28-0 in the first quarter. A little bit later on, the Lions get in. Chris Mitchell with the touchdown. That would make it 35-0 in the second quarter. And then yet another interception right here as Ryan Fields goes up, picks it off, gets upfield, and the Lions were well in control of this game. Chris Mitchell would capitalize on the turnover by scoring his second touchdown of the game. That would make it 42-0 in the second quarter. The Lions would go on to win 48-13. Upcoming, they have Chino Hills on the road, and then homecoming the week after. I'm Paul Higgins. Thanks for watching. Week 2 of the high school football season took JSerra to Chino Hills on a beautiful Friday night. Hi everybody, I'm Paul Higgins, and welcome to high school football. The Lions were coming off a big win 1 week earlier. They want to keep the momentum going, and this would be the perfect night. The Lions would get on board first, and check this out. Avery Williams reverses direction, goes in for the score, and JSerra led 7-0. Chino Hills would even out the score with this great run by Grady O'Donnell as he goes up the middle for the touchdown, untouched to make it 7-7. There would be plenty of scoring in this game as Connor O'Brien goes in for the touchdown. That made it 14-7 JSerra. And then a little while later, check out this great play by Nathan Bowman as he goes up and knocks the ball away. Once again, we will check it out as he gets his hand in there to flex the ball. And then the Lions back out on offense. Avery Williams cuts inside, spins, and goes in for the score. That would make it 21-7 JSerra. Second quarter action for you. How about Matthew Robinson? Matthew keeps it, spins, and holds on to the football, and that made it 28-7. And the Lions, they kept at it. Great play here by Michael Zabron as he cuts left, finds some room, and then weaves his way into the end zone for the touchdown, and the Lions led 35-7. JSerra playing outstanding football on both sides of the ball. Here, the pass is caught, but then broken up and recovered by the Lions. They get the football. Third quarter action for you. Avery Williams shifts directions again as he goes in for the touchdown, making it 42-7 JSerra. Check out this play by Kyle Adams. So you want to play high school football? Well, if you're a quarterback, watch out. Just levels the quarterback after he hands off the football. And then JSerra coming up to play some good defense once again. Daniel Curry comes up with the great play on the inside. And then fourth quarter action for you. Huge interception here by Connor O'Brien. That would put a seal on this game as the Lions would go on to win their second straight game to start off the 2015 campaign. The final score, 42-14. Week 3 of the high school football season, and JSerra hosted their homecoming. the Huntington Beach Oilers versus the JSerra Lions. The Lions came into this game undefeated at 2-0, and they were pumped up for homecoming at Saddleback College. To put this in perspective, this is a non-conference game. 2 more games after this one before the Lions get into the real season, the Trinity League. Everyone remembered 9/11 on this evening. And yes, it was a special evening as the Lions and the Huntington Beach Oilers got underway. This would be a perfect pass to Chino O'Brien. He does a great job of outrunning everybody to the end zone. The PAT failed. It was 6-0 JSerra. A little bit later on, how about this great play by Kyle Adams as he comes up to nail the ball carrier. And then a little bit later on, the Lions again on great defense. Avery Williams throws down the ball carrier for a loss. And then how about it? Another touchdown by JSerra. Nathan Bowman does a great job of cutting across field, untouched for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion was no good. JSerra led 12-0. Second quarter action for you. JSerra still with the lead 12-0 and a great lead block right here, creating some room for Avery Williams to get some extra yards. He does a great job as he crosses the 50, stays on his feet inside the 45-yard line before he's finally brought down. Another great play by Nathan Bowman. He gets a quick pass and decides to change directions. Here he goes across midfield, all the way, finds a blocker or two, goes all the way in for the touchdown. The Lions led 19-0. And then on the high snap, quickly brought down. Nice job by Chris Mitchell as he goes through the defense all the way for the touchdown. 26-0 in the first half. Lions playing great football on both sides of the ball. Steele Brenner comes up and throws down the ball carrier. And as mentioned, it was homecoming, and here to celebrate it, former Dean Pat Holligan.
I think you guys know what's coming. Forever and ever, you are loved.
And yes, that is certainly true with Pat Holligan, the homecoming court. Congratulations to all of the homecoming court, the parents, students. Fantastic night for JSerra Catholic High School. Of course, the homecoming queen was announced at the dance. So once again, congratulations to everybody. Third quarter action for you. Back to pass. Great play here by Zabron as he comes up and makes a terrific catch. You'll see it one more time. Somehow, some way he catches this football. Zabron with another great play right here. He catches the football, a quick step, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. That made it 33-0. Once again, the Lions playing great on both sides of the ball. Austin with a huge play there as he goes up to make the tackle, and the Lions would go on to win 39-8 as they are undefeated at 3-0. For JSerra Lion Football on AIM Sports TV and the Lion Report, I'm Paul Higgins. Thanks for watching. To Saddleback College for non-conference football as the Hamilton Yankees took on the JSerra Lions in Week 4 of the high school football season. Plenty of enthusiasm around this game as these two teams working all the kinks out before league season begins. And for the JSerra Lions, their night started on defense with a great sack here by Kyle Adams. A little bit later on, Chino O'Brien, a 3-yard touchdown run. He gets in for the score, and the Lions led 7-0. And then how about this pass? It goes to Kyle Adams, 19 yards. He goes in for the touchdown. That made it 14-0 Lions. Anchoring the defense of the JSerra Lions is Luke Wattenberg. Here he comes up with a great quarterback sack. Second quarter action for you. Avery Williams on a 2-yard touchdown run, making it 21-0 JSerra. And then a great play here. Somehow Michael Zabron gets loose and he will go all the way for the touchdown, making it 28-0 in the first half. An excellent play by Chris Mitchell coming up as he follows his blockers, looks for a lane and pops outside, goes down the middle of the field, 73 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions were at it again by the score of 35-0. Avery Williams with a 5-yard touchdown run. That was his second of the night. That would make it 42-0. The Lions would go on to win 42-14 and record their 4th consecutive win. There's one more week of non-conference play, and then the real season begins, league season. For AIM Sports TV, I'm Paul Higgins. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Welcome to Week 5 of the high school football season. JSerra taking on St. Paul at St. Paul. The stage was set for Week 5, the final non-league game of the season, as JSerra starts their league season this Friday night up against Servite. How about this play by Avery Williams? He gets loose and he will go all the way for the touchdown. Avery does this each and every week. He will have another big play a little bit later on that we'll show you. The Lions led 7-0, and then back-to-back inside the 5-yard touchdowns. Touchdown runs by Charlie Mestaz. That was his first one. Here's his second one as he follows his blockers into the end zone, and the Lions led 21-0. Second quarter. Now this is what I was talking about. Avery Williams on the punt return, surveying the field, bounces outside, and then all of a sudden his blockers realize this guy's still on his feet. Check out the entourage of Lions taking Avery all the way into the end zone. That made the score 28-0 on the punt return. Great defense by the Lions. Nick Harris comes up and makes the play here. Robinson keeps the ball on this one as he goes in for the touchdown, and the Lions definitely were well in control of this game. How about this great defense, swarming defense by JSerra? They did this all night long. Austin Falalu comes up, he makes a huge play, and then the third quarter, interception by Nathan Bowman, another guy that seems to do this each and every week, playing center field, gets the ball and gets an extra 10 yards before he is brought down. Once again, defense played a huge part in this game. Check out this play by Michael Zabrin as he comes up, strips the ball, goes into the end zone for the touchdown as the Lions go on to win their 5th consecutive game, this one 42-0 over St. Paul. For AIM Sports TV, I'm Paul Higgins. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Welcome to Trinity League football as the JSerra Lions took on the Servite Friars at Cerritos College on a hot October Friday night. Hi everybody, I'm Paul Higgins. Riley O'Brien would get things started as he keeps the ball and goes in for the score. After the PAT, the Lions led 7-0, but Servite struck back quick. DeLon Hurt goes all the way after the catch for the touchdown. We're tied up at 7. This game would go back and forth. Second quarter action for you. Avery Williams goes in for the touchdown. The Lions led 14-7. Servite would answer with a touchdown pass, and this one would go to Michael Bandy, a 25-yard strike. We're tied up at 14. Fantastic play here by Avery Williams. Riley O'Brien gets him on the flat. Check out this move right here as he will stop and then split 2 defenders as he jukes right and then goes all the way for the score. Somehow, some way finds the end zone. That is determination. Great touchdown run by Avery Williams. That made it 21-14. But Jackson Taylor ties it on a 1-yard touchdown run. We're knotted up at 21. Lions take back the lead on this field goal by Ethan Warden. Excellent defensive play by Kyle Adams on the end, number 34. Check out what he does. Follow the arrow as he will knock out the ball from the ball carrier. And then, ball being loose, Connor O'Brien picks it up. Lions touchdown. They led by 10, 31-21. But Servite was far from finished. A great pass here and catch as Michael Bandy goes 46 yards for the touchdown. Servite right back in this game, 31-28. Fourth quarter action for you, a long field goal here. Fuller from 46 yards out. We're tied at 31. And then things would get interesting. How about this pass play over the top? Avery Williams goes in for the score. 16-yard strike, 38-31. Lions up by 7. Servite's final drive of the game. Quarterback Aaron Simpson takes off and a 21-yard run. He goes into the end zone just barely. That made it 38-37. The Lions with 0.6 seconds left. They go for 2. And the pass play to Ryan Melvin, and he gets in. The 2-point conversion gives Servite the win. With the win, the Friars go 1-0 in the Trinity League. They will host Orange Lutheran this coming Friday night. For JSerra, they will take on Santa Margarita at home at Saddleback College. Frame Sports TV, I'm Paul Higgins. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Tonight, it's a matchup of crosstown Trinity League rivals as the Santa Margarita Eagles take on the JSerra Lions. Both teams have overall winning records, but it's the Trinity League season that counts towards the playoffs. And on this night, in front of a raucous crowd, both teams will be looking for their first win in league. More than bragging rights are on the line, as this one has playoff implications. It's the Eagles, the Lions, on the Athletes in Motion JSerra Game of the Week, and it all starts right now. Hello everybody and welcome to CIF Southern Section Football. JSerra Athletes in Motion Game of the Week. Tonight it's Trinity League football as Santa Margarita Eagles 4-2 and 0-1 in Trinity League take on the JSerra Lions, undefeated in preseason and 0-1 in league. Tonight we're coming to you from Saddleback College in the city of Mission Viejo. Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins along with Jacob Wolf under a little drizzle here on this Friday night, and welcome to a outstanding rival game. Jacob, you played on this football field. You played against Santa Margarita in your day of 2013. What's the feeling like right now in the field?
You know, it's bringing back a lot of emotions because the JSerra and the SM rivalry, it's such a good game, and every year it's just competitive, and you know, they won one year when I was playing, then we won the next, so to come out here and see this again, it's really cool. Yeah,
no doubt about it. It's uncanny. We do have a little bit of drizzle. We'll see if that gets a little bit heavier later on. But right now we're going to tell you some players to watch. The first player to watch we're going to look at on Santa Margarita Eagles side is none other than Dylan Crawford. This kid is the real deal, Jacob. He can score a touchdown. They throw to him often and plenty.
Yeah, you know, he transferred from St. Francis where he played along with JSerra's Avery Williams, and you know, he's a really good player. Seems to be Costello's favorite target, so we'll see how JSerra handles him tonight.
No doubt about it. Watch out for Dylan Crawford. He is a senior. As Jacob mentioned, he played with Avery Williams 1 year ago, but he is in the Trinity League now. The other player to watch for Santa Margarita, I think you'll like this because we take it down to the offensive lineman. And this guy, Tanner Prenavos, actually got the Player of the Week 2 times already in this 6-game season so far. Obviously, he's one guy to watch.
Yeah, you know, he's a really aggressive football player. I played against his brother Taylor, and, you know, it just runs in the family to have those genetics where, you know, you just got to hit someone. He really brings the boom. So JSerra defensive linemen better hold their ground.
Tanner, we'll take a look at him throughout the course of the game. And, of course, on the other side of the ball, we have JSerra Lions. They're looking for their first win in the Trinity League. This game, playoff implications. But they do also have some outstanding players to watch. One to look at tonight, number 21, Avery Williams. All Avery Williams has done is score touchdowns.
Yeah, you know, he, like we said, he transferred from St. Francis, and he's come in and he's just been a beast, you know, for the Lions. Just running the ball, catching the ball, even on defense. So, you know, whatever Santa Margarita has to do to stop him, that's really going to be the key to their defenses. Handling Williams, you know.
All the way made one of the best cuts I've seen all year on that last play. And this young man, I covered his uncle when he was at Santa Margarita High School, but Connor O'Brien is another player to watch with the JSerra Lions. Connor is an all-around outstanding athlete. Connor can get after it as well.
Yeah, you know, he's really being looked at by those Air Force schools and the Navy, you know, because he's just such a good team leader. He displays that leadership on and off the field in the weight room, you know. Great kid, and on the defensive side of the ball is the reigning JSerra Defensive Player of the Year. So let's see how he handles the SM offense tonight.
Should be a great game. And we're wearing the color pink. You're wearing a little bit of maroon, but that's okay. You know, you're with the spirit. Yeah. We'll tell you about what the pink is all about and how they're celebrating it tonight a little bit later on. A little bit later on, also, Ashlyn Underwood, our sideline reporter, she will join us. I'm Paul Higgins. This is Jacob Wolf. This is the Game of the Week. Kickoff next.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
We taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net, You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Week national anthem happening right here at Saddleback College. Festive evening here at Saddleback College in the city in Mission Viejo. Hi everybody again, I'm Paul Higgins along with Jacob Wolf, and welcome to the Athletes in Motion JSerra Catholic High School Game of the Week. Tonight, two great teams as we've already told you about, and these two teams getting ready to get after it. Now, opening prayer. That was Father Damien from JSerra Catholic High School. Again, this is a crosstown rival game between these two teams. More importantly, as Jacob and I talked about just briefly, Jacob, it is playoff implications. You don't want to go down 0-2 in league.
No, once you put yourself at 0-2, you go into a real hole there, and you're going to be looking from the ground up. You're going to have to scrape and claw and do whatever you can to get out of that hole. So hopefully JSerra and Santa Margarita can look each other in the face and get a good victory, because the other team is going to be at the bottom of a hole.
No doubt about it. You can see standing room only crowd up here where we are in our broadcast booth. We are on the near side with Santa Margarita, and here comes the Lions. Jacob, getting the goosebumps at all, man?
Yeah, it's really cool seeing the lion head and all the smoke and all the players running out. They added the addition of a flag now. That's really cool. That's interesting.
Yeah, we got the flag and a big goes off, and something happens with JSerra Lions that they do well. And again, great crowd on hand, and I know these two schools definitely appreciate each other. A lot of them are friends from across town, and tonight we should see a great Trinity League matchup. And here comes the Eagles as they are on the near side of the field where we are. Again, their head coach is Coach Rick Curtis, who had so many great years in the city of Irvine. Coach Jim Hardigan, who started off his career as a full-time head coach for a long time at Santa Margarita. Did so well with 3 CIF championships. He had a great quarterback by the name of Carson Palmer, who's doing pretty well this year, right?
Yeah, he's doing real good in fantasy. He actually has him. He's dominating right now, Carson Palmer.
Not only in fantasy, but also for the Arizona Cardinals. He wore number 3 with the Eagles of Santa Margarita. And it will be Santa Margarita in white on the right side of your screen. And, of course, the JSerra Lions in their home uniforms. I don't want to say what colors, just so I don't miss out on exactly the name of that color. What would you say the Lions are in tonight?
It looks like we're in our cardinal and gray uniforms tonight, along with the pink for, breast cancer awareness.
There you go. And kick off from right to left here, and 9 times out of 10, Mr. Loy will kick it into the end zone. And this one's going to go deep into the end zone, and the Lions will take it first down and 10 on the 20-yard line. Coming onto the field right now, your thoughts. What's going on with these kids and their minds and the adrenaline flowing? Tell me about that.
Yeah, the adrenaline's going to be a big key for JSerra, because running that spread offense, you got to be moving around a lot, getting the ball to different players, getting on the line, getting huddled. So that takes a lot of energy. So when you can really key in and grasp that adrenaline that's going through your mind right now, see what they can get started on the first drive.
Out of the shotgun formation, first down and 10 from the 20-yard line. And it's a handoff, of course, to none other than 21, Avery Williams, and he is wrapped up pretty quickly.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't really follow his blockers there. Tried to make something on the outside there. Good look, but, came up a little short.
And no doubt that he was football tonight quite often. And on the other side of the ball, we'll see what the Eagles do. But right now, it is 2nd down and 9, just a pickup of 1 yard on that play. Hurry up offense for the Lions as they bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Once again out of the shotgun formation, and it's a pass over the top, completed. Lions will pick up a 1st down, and that is completed to number 34 of the JSerra Lions, and he's had a pretty good season so far. Of course, throwing the football is something they do, and that's Sean Toohey.
It's actually Kyle Adams there, Paul, but he's a real good force on defense at linebacker, and then they plug him in at tight end. Came up with that big 1st down right there.
Got my first roster mistake. How about that? Kyle Adams, number 34, you're exactly right. So 2 different lineups here, and quick handoff. A little bit of room, about 3 yards to the 45-yard line.
Do see a flag on the play.
Yeah, did see the flag come in.
Yeah, it looks like the refs are talking over there about the JSerra offense. So let's see what they call right now. It's going to the white hat here, walking out. He says it's a face mask on the defense, actually.
Wow, that one. Lions give them a few extra yards. Matter of fact, 10 at least.
See where they marked it.
Margarita backs up. It was on the 45-yard line, and they're going to step this one off, and actually it's going to be a 15-yarder, so all the way to the 50-yard line. That's a big penalty early in this game.
Yeah, games like these, rivalry games, always have a large number of penalties. So as a team, as a coach, you really want to check down and make sure that a lot of penalties will hurt your team, so get it under control.
1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. 2 runs, a pass, and here they open up with another short pass. Completed on the 35-yard line.
It looks like it's to number 32, Michael Zabrin.
Michael's had a fantastic season. He's racked up a few touchdowns. Wide receiver, cornerback, a senior at 5'9", 105 pounds. And, of course, the pink out tonight, honoring breast cancer, the victims and the survivors. Both schools uniting tonight on a charity and giving back. So we're thrilled to see that man in motion. And it's going to be the quarterback trying to get a couple extra yards. O'Brien. And Riley, just a fantastic young athlete, only a junior on this team.
Yeah, he's had a lot of good mentoring since, his brother is the reigning defensive player of the year for JSerra. So with him on offense, doing a really good job plugging in for the Lions this year.
9:50 to go in the 1st quarter. We're just underway. So happy you can join us right here on our game of the week at Saddleback College in the city of Mission Viejo. In a couple years, they're going to get a whole new stadium at this venue. It's going to be pretty exciting. Out of the shotgun, O'Brien holds on to it. He gets tackled pretty good there by number 25. Coming up out of his position to make that great hit is Nolan Shawn. And I got him down as a no, pardon me, that's Santa Margarita. Going to number 25 is Matthew Mark, a senior at 5'11". I said if he's a freshman, he's a pretty darn good to make that tackle.
Looks like JSerra is going for it on 4th down here.
Yeah, 4th down and 2.
In Eagle territory.
Let's see if they try to draw him off sides or will they go for the 1st down. It's a short 2. Timeout on the field.
Timeout JSerra.
So if you're Coach Jim Hardigan right now, what are you thinking about? Are you going to go for it?
Yeah, I think it's early on in the game. It's not really a pressure situation where it's, oh, God, what could happen out of this? But, 4th and 2, Eagle territory, I say you should go for it.
And it's a long field goal try to make it. So 4th down and 2.
I would trust in that JSerra offensive line. They're really big. It looks like they're moving the ball they're moving the defense really well up the field. So maybe do a little dive play there, get in there. 1st down, Lions.
$8:53 to go in the 1st quarter. 4th down and 2. Lions football. And it looks like they're going to stay with their offense and go for a 1st down. 3 wideouts on the near side. Avery Williams with O'Brien in the backfield. A quick snap, and they fake it to Williams, and O'Brien on a 2nd effort will get the 1st down.
Wow, that was a really good effort on the O-line there, just staying low, moving the ball. SM looked like they had it answered, with O'Brien's second hand go for it. It looked like he got the first down.
So they move the chain gang, and they get another 10 yards out of this. 1st and 10, 8:35 in the first quarter. Lions went 5-0 in the preseason.
Lost a heartbreaker last week to Servite.
Yeah, that one went down to the last play. We saw that on our pregame show, and a couple extra yards on a second effort at the 23-yard line. So already pretty busy, mixing up about 50-50 on run and pass, and Avery Williams touches the ball 3 times already.
Yeah, he followed Luke Wantenberg, the left tackle, on that one. He's a big guy committed to Washington. Look for him all night blocking for Williams.
Second 4. O'Brien hands it off to Williams. He's quickly wrapped up.
Looks like no gain on the play, Paul.
Lions trying to get a couple extra yards. Good defense by Santa Margarita. Again, these two schools filling each other out right now. The last couple of years, JSerra has won this rival game. Tonight, it's anyone's guess, as they both come in playing a little bit different preseason schedules. And then also, Santa Margarita faced one of the toughest teams in the Trinity League, St. John Bosco, 1 week ago. As Jacob mentioned, it was the JSerra Lions taking on Servite. That game went down to the last play, and they lost by 1 point. Williams, following his blockers, actually followed O'Brien from about 1 yard.
Oh, yeah. Looks like there's some getting kind of skiffy out there now, Paul.
Already this early, right?
But, they're both Catholic schools, so they like to keep it clean. There's always fair play here in the Trinity League.
Ryan Morris in on the tackle, number 55.
34 Kyle Adams, actually. It looks like he's signaling over. He wants the ball thrown to him, maybe.
4th down. Already another 4th down. They're not going to go for a field goal here. They're going to go for the 1 yard. A quick spin, 360 move, and the Lions will continue to march downfield right now, getting pretty close to that red zone.
A great run by Williams with that spin move, keeps his legs moving, gets into even deeper into the Eagles' territory. 1st down Lions.
If you were watching the pregame highlights, you saw one of the moves by Avery Williams as he juked 2 players. He just stuck them dead in their tracks and went on to score a touchdown at that Servite game. 1st and 10.
That's what we call an ankle breaker,
yeah,
Paul.
No doubt about it. First to the Lions. Williams gets the call one more time, and they're going to try to punish the defensive line by the Lions, by the Santa Margarita Eagles. Who's more tired at this point in the first quarter, the offensive line or the defensive line?
Looks like the offensive line is a really good push for JSerra, but, defensive line just held them that play. Let's see what they can do to finish this drive.
Here we go, 2nd down and 8, 5:40 to go in the first quarter. No score, just underway here at Saddleback College. Trinity League football. Lions football. Eagles in white on defense. O'Brien, the quarterback. He rolls to his right, looking downfield. He had a man, and he decides to hold on to it. Inside the 5, spin, still on his feet to the 1 yard line.
Wow, what a great run. Even took off one of the Eagles' helmets there. Big hit by the Eagles. O'Brien keeps his feet moving, gets down to the 2 yard line. Great second effort on that play. Looks like 44 will have to sit out of play now since his helmet came off.
That's right. If your helmet comes off on any level now, you've got to go out of the game at least for one play. Graphics over replay. Once again, good look at Riley O'Brien. Here he gets a couple extra yards. Helmet flies off, gets outside the pylon.
Physical teams, both of them, Paul. Just coached, physical. That's what these football Trinity League teams are known for.
Avery Williams finds a hole. He goes in from 1 yard out. The Lions lead 7-6-0.
Big touchdown run there for Williams. Probably in the double digits now in the year for how many touchdown runs this kid has had for him. But great start for the Lions. Let's see how the Eagles recount on defense, on offense.
So Riley O'Brien with a big run to set up the touchdown. Here is the replay, and he goes in for the score. And they're There's a good look at it.
Yep, there's Wattenberg on that second effort. Just always moving the down lineman. Williams should be following him all night, like I said earlier.
Point after attempt, 6-0. Here it is. It's up. And the official says right down the pipe. The Lions lead it early, 7-0. We'll be back with more right after this.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Saddleback College. The Lions lead it off of Avery Williams' 1-yard touchdown run, set up by a big run by Riley O'Brien as he gets down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, Avery just followed his blockers there and pounded it in. So let's see what the Eagles are going to do to back on their offense, their high-powered offense.
Somebody's got to fix his camera, too. We're on a tilt. His camera's not balanced.
There's Coach McKnight getting the JSerra special teams unit ready. JSerra is always really well coached on special teams. It's part of our biggest emphasis as a unit. Always have special teams. It's just that it's the little things that matter, you know, in life and on the football field. And even though special teams isn't that thing because it's not an every factor, but you know,
1/3 of the game, right?
Yeah, exactly. We really utilize it. Really utilize it. Use our best athletes out there always on special teams.
So the Lions will off, and Santa Margarita will touch the football on offense for the first time, as 3/4 of the first quarter burned by for the Lions, and they took a long drive, 80 yards for the touchdown, helped out by a penalty, and this ball will go down to the 5-yard line, picked up right there on the 5. A good move there by Dylan Crawford, reason why he's one of the best players and one of the players to watch tonight. And I guess you test your defense to kick off to him.
Yeah, you really do. You've seen what he's done as a wide receiver, seen what he's doing in the punt return game, and then there on kick return. Just really moves the ball well wherever he is on the field. Here comes the Santa Margarita offense, Paul. And it looks like KJ Costello is not going to be out there at quarterback for him.
So number 12, Richard Wagner will start. KJ Costello, we didn't mention it in the open because you never want to speculate on injury, but he is not starting tonight. So Richard Wagner will come in and start. Costello was warming up, but it's Wagner who gets the call. Again, it's only the second game of league season, so KJ Costello, one of the premier quarterbacks in the country right now, and if he's got any type of injury at 6'5", 208 pounds, a senior, you definitely want to hold him out at least for a game till he gets healthy.
Yeah, you know, playoffs are all that really matters, but it's going to take a lot to get into the playoffs, so let's see how early on or how late he comes back in the season.
They like to throw to Dylan Crawford, and they did it right there, number 6. Once again, as we mentioned, he went to school last year with Avery Williams.
Yeah, you see Williams over there on the JSerra side playing that rover position, number 21, shuffling out.
And a hurry-up offense for the Eagles at 3rd and 6, 4:12 to go in the first. 7-0, the JSerra out of the shotgun. Wagner with plenty of time to throw across the middle and out. Number 9's got some speed. Grant Calcaterra will go all the way for the touchdown.
Wow, Lions, it looks like they were really just concerned about Crawford on that play, and number 9 just catches the ball, takes it to the house.
Great pass and catch. Grant Calcaterra all the way for the score.
Defense looked like they were closing in, didn't have quite the right angle, makes a good run, takes it all the way. That's what the Eagles really needed to counter back. JSerra came down, scored. Then only 3 play drive, you know, Santa Margarita scores. So now the PAT attempt.
Richard Wagner with the throw on the other end of that. Calcaterra, and we are tied up at 7 apiece. We'll be back with more of the game of the week. It's a good one. Trinity League action right here at Saddleback College.
The Earthquakes you see in movies are one thing, but real life is a completely different animal. Just because you can't predict an earthquake doesn't mean that you can't prepare for one. In the event of a real earthquake, you should drop, cover, and hold on. Visit ready.gov/earthquake and practice what to do to keep you and your family safe in the event of a real earthquake. And you'll be seen as a hero by your family and your loved ones.
Well, we've got a good one here at Saddleback College in the city of Mission Viejo. 7-7 score with 3:59 to go in the first quarter. Surprised at all by the score? Both schools go down and score a touchdown. JSerra very methodical as they go 80 yards on a series of plays. But Jacob, on the other side, 3 plays, boom, touchdown for the Eagles.
Yeah, you know, they're both really good offensive, Paul. And the JSerras, even though they were methodical, they do have that big play potential. And Santa Margarita always play potential too, so it's looking like it's going to be a good offensive matchup.
Sam Loy is an outstanding kicker, and he will kick this one to the back of the end zone. And so there will be no run back. He kicked that, 3 yards shy of the back line.
Yep, JSerra will be taken out from the
20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the JSerra Lions. Once again, I'm Paul Higgins along with Jacob Wolf. Jacob played football at JSerra Catholic High School.
I did.
Went off to college and now at Saddleback College, where you're enjoying a nice career and a 4-game winning streak for the Gauchos.
Yeah, the Gauchos, you know, it's a really good program. It's close to home. It's really good to be back. You know, also watching JSerra play again. It's really awesome. So. And
you're being coached by one of the fantastic football coaches, not only in South Orange County, but in all of California, and that's Coach Mark McElroy. Trips to the near side of the field. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. A fake handoff to Williams. Quarterback holds on to it. New quarterback in right now, and not surprisingly, because JSerra likes to mix up their quarterbacks, and this is Matt Robinson. His older brother, Nick Robinson, was the quarterback last year and the quarterback when you played.
Yeah, you know, I was playing left tackle at JSerra, so I was fortunate enough to block for Nick. He was a quarterback now at Georgia, but, you know, I blocked for his blind side, and he's a phenomenal athlete and a phenomenal leader, and I heard his brother Matt is as well.
So here we go. We're going to get a good look at Matt Robinson, and out of the shotgun, a high snap, but he brings it down. Williams has it, and he gets a couple extra yards across the 35, pretty close to that 37-yard line.
It's a good second effort by Williams there to just sell play. You know, it was going to be wrapped up for a TFL for the defense, maybe even just 1 yard, but it looks like he got, you know, a couple yards out of that. Impressive.
And just to let you know, on the near side of the field and just above the Santa Margarita Eagles in the stands is our broadcast booth, and I want to tell you a little bit about the makeup of our broadcast team and our production team here on this very special night at Saddleback College. 3rd down and 4 for the Lions. Man in motion. No, they do give it to him, and that's Charlie Amestaz. And
stuffed in the backfield, though.
Yeah, a good play by the Lions coming up to make that play, number 44 for Santa Margarita. And, of course, the Lions defense have had some great games this year. And number 44, Austin Barrett, the middle linebacker, senior, 5'11", 215 pounds.
Wow, what a tank.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So 4th down here, Jacob, and they're not going to, I would say, they should not go for 1st and 10.
Last look, you know, it was optimal because we were only 2 yards away from the first down. But this time, you know, it looks like we're 5 yards away, and, you know, it's deep in our territory. So let's get the ball off our hands here, see what our defense can do.
And it's a clean snap and a good punt. Taken right there on the 41-yard line, but quickly brought down by the special teams of the Lions, in which you were talking about it earlier. On the other end of that punt is number 87. And that's Noah Rashid, wide receiver, senior, 6 foot, 180 pounds listed in the program. So right now, as they've played almost an entire first quarter, still nervous out there on the field, Jacob, or are you done with that?
No, you know, it's once you play in the Trinity League, the competition's really high. It's obviously not the NFL, but, you know, it prepares you for the next level. So I always feel pretty confident. That's something Coach Jim Hardigan always preached.
1st and 10, a handoff on the right side, and getting some extra yards all the way out to the 49-yard line for Santa Margarita. Number 28, fantastic running back right here, and that's Trey Green, junior, 5'7". Got him listed as a strong safety, good-looking young athlete. Lions.
Real good run there.
On defense, getting ready for the hurry up here, Jacob. And now the quarterback holds on to it.
Oh, and he slides.
Yeah, how about that? That's a professional move there.
Yep, looks like he picked up the first down, though. 1st down Eagles.
Richard
moving the
Wagner.
ball.
Yep, pardon me, Richard Wagner on the call. Again, hurry up offense. Caught the Lions off guard a little while ago as Richard Wagner hit Grant Calcaterra. And there's a good play for the Lions on defense, number 87 coming up to make the tackle. And that's Steele Brenner, the defensive end, senior 6'5", 195 pounds.
Really holding down fort there on the JSerra defensive line this year. That's Steele Brenner.
I'll let you talk here in a second. Stop doing the hurry up offense. How about that? They, who was going to get the ball? That was a great fake by Wagner, right?
Another slide there too to get the first down, move the sticks.
Nice play by the young quarterback, number 12, filling in for KJ Costello.
Yeah, you know, he's looked really good here tonight, number 12, and he's thrown the ball well with that first touchdown, run the ball well these last couple plays. Looks like he's handing it off this play.
Doing a good job of either handing it off or faking that he's not handing it off, and that one, the Lions caught up with the ball carrier, so be second down and 10. From the 35-yard line, they move them back a yard, so second and 11 with just 13 seconds. Should be the last play of the first quarter. Over the top, and we'll get another play out of this as the clock will stop on the incomplete.
Yep, incomplete. Looked too high there. Looked like he had his man open at the beginning, kind of paused a little bit, but then, you know, when he came back with the throw, it was just a little bit too high, too late.
Third down and 11. Let's see if they get this one off before time expires in the first.
JSerra looks to come up big on third down here with their defense. Always hold them on third down.
And they do get it off. Wagner back to pass. He looks for a screen. And number 25, Matthew Mark. Good tackle made by the Lions. And there's a flag on the play. So hold your horse right here before we go to a break, as there's a penalty, and it looks like it's going to be against the the Lions.
Yeah, it looks like there might have been some face mask contact there with number 28, Corey Solinsky. Physical hit, though, but, you know, it looks like the refs may have seen some face mask.
Hey, if you got heads in the shot, don't show the shot. If you got the shot, don't show the shot.
No flag, that's the call, so it looks like it's a clean hit by number 20, Solinsky. Great job coming up on third down, getting the stop. Looks like he's going to have to force the Santa Margarita Eagles to punt.
I will not be news today. I will not make another push to be the first man in space with frosted tips and a puka shell necklace. And I will not go viral when my terror is caught on camera when I finally realize that in the vacuum of space, no one can hear you sing. I'm Lance Bass, and I will not be trending today because there is a much bigger story that needs to be heard.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Game of the Week right at Saddleback College in the city of Mission Viejo. And a little while ago, I was talking about the production crew and our staff. Tonight, you're watching a game that's being produced by Athletes in Motion, but more importantly, it's being co-produced by a bunch of students, very talented students at JSerra Catholic High School. And maybe a little bit later on, we'll show you a broadcast booth, but we have an alum, Michael Curris, who is directing our broadcast tonight. Bryce Daughtery and his brother are on our staff tonight.
You know, I'm also an alum of the
I was getting there.
broadcasting program.
I was going to get there. Matthew Flanagan and Mary Flanagan, Preston Higgins, and we have a couple different grips. We had some people come out and help set us up, and as Jacob started to say, he is not only part of my my alum broadcast team at JSerra, but the creator of the famous Seventh Heaven at
really
JSerra.
Sorry, it was really fun doing it. You got me excited. Seventh Heaven. It was really neat to be able to incorporate some of the students into it, get them out of class, you know. But
hey, you guys did a great job. Wagner back to pass. He's being rushed, and is he going to be brought down? And yes, he is.
Big sack there by Steele Brenner. Great athlete Brenner is. You know, he started as a basketball player, transitioned over to football. I actually play with his brother Chase Brenner over at Saddleback. You know, that was a great play by Steele. Gets a big high five from his coach there.
Here it is again right here. Wagner back to pass and just be able to beat his man, right?
Yeah. Latches onto the court, throws him down. Celebrate with the teammates. Great feeling there when you get a big sack like that in front of the home crowd.
First down and 10 for the Lions. Out of the out of the shotgun formation. Second quarter just underway, 7-7 game. And Williams has it, and he is tackled up high, but he'll get 3 yards out of it before he's brought down.
Good look to Williams. You know, they're really relying on him there for the rush game. Looks like that had to be his 10th or 11th carry already tonight, but he's already, got 1 touchdown. If we were going on ESPN fantasy terms, he'd have about 11 points right now. That's really good.
Second down and 7 with 11:25 to go in this first half. So far, a really entertaining first half. These two schools know how important this game is. Bragging rights and also trying to get to the playoffs. Good defensive play by Santa Margarita coming out of nowhere to make that play. Tanner Matthews.
Yeah, he faked it to Williams like he's been doing all night, but he decided to keep it, and it looks like the Eagles finally keyed on that time. Got the TFL tackle for loss there in the Lions' backfield.
If you're joining us across the country, or the head coach of JSerra is, of course, Jim Hartigan. Rick Curtis, the head coach of Santa Margarita. In just a little bit, we'll be joined by the headmaster for JSerra, and that's Rich Meyer. And I started to laugh because Mark McElroy, the head coach of Saddleback, that ball was not intercepted.
Oh, wow, crazy play there. It looks like Santa Margarita comes up with the big pick.
Nice play, and that's Austin Barrett with the pick.
Big turn of events for the Eagles here, ladies and gentlemen. Lions were driving, and just when they needed it, the Eagles come up with a big-time interception.
Hey, Mark, can you tell them how to spell your name? I'm going to have you on. This is Rich.
Hi, Rich. Rich, how you doing?
Good, how are you? Taking care of some business up here in the booth as Rich Meyer will be joining us, the headmaster from JSerra Catholic High School. Right now, 1st and 10. And then a little bit later on, we're going to talk to Coach Mark McElroy. Wagner back to pass. He's got some time. Looks downfield and almost intercepted.
Wow, another turn of tables almost happened there, Paul, with JSerra almost intercepting it at that time, but it looks like it's going to fall incomplete. Eagles get another shot at it.
Nathan Bowman was back playing center field, who has had the opportunity to intercept some passes. 10:28 to go in this second quarter. 2nd and 10. Eagles football on the 44-yard line. And a quick handoff, and it will be a 3rd down and about 8 right now.
Looks like he's wrapped up by Williams. He's an impact player on the offensive side of ball for the Lions. Comes up with a tackle right there, proving his worth on defense. This guy's just an all-around great player for the Lions.
Matthew Mark with the football just moments ago. And here we go, 42-yard line, 3rd down and 8. We're tied up at 7. Great crowd on hand here at Saddleback College. So glad that you could join us. Back to pass, looks across on the near sidelines, and that is caught. Will it be enough for a 1st down? On the other end of that one is Noah Rashid. That's his 2nd catch on the night.
Well, it looked like the offensive line of JSerra was really dominating defensive line on Santa Margarita via the run game, but it looks like the offensive line on Santa Margarita is getting a lot of good time for their quarterback, able to make these big passes.
9:54 to go, and it is now 4th down and 2. 4th down and 2. And running back gets them loose, and he is gone. Number 25 for Santa Margarita, Matthew Mark, scores a touchdown. Let me see a replay and lose the graphic. There we go. There's Mark all the way in. He just started picking up speed as he went in for the score.
Yeah, JSerra didn't have the best angles on that play. If they would have had a little bit, they may have been able to stop something, force a big goal line stand perhaps, but he snuck in there, got that touchdown. 13-7 SM.
Santa Margarita takes the lead for the very first time. After the break, Mr. Myers,
PAT attempt,
graphic ready.
And it is good.
No doubt about it. 14-7 here in the second quarter. 9:44 to go. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hey Gabby, how you doing? How's the play date and sleepover?
Dad, it was great.
Awesome. Okay, I'm on my way. Hey guys, what are you doing?
We're going swimming. We're going biking. Yeah! I'll see you in a little bit, guys. I love you.
Hi, babe. How was school today?
Hi, Dad. It was great.
Okay, honey. I'll be home soon. Remember, you're never too far away from your kids to be a dad. Reach out and take a second to check in, because sometimes the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Game of the Week. I'm Paul Higgins, along with Jacob Wolf. 14-7, second quarter. 9:44 to go. The Eagles take the lead for the very first time in this quarter, so they will kick off, going from left to right.
Yes, sir.
And the Lions will have an opportunity on offense once again. Of course, it was JSerra coming out and scoring first on their first possession. Back deep, and he will not get an opportunity to return. This is our returnman for JSerra. And Lloyd does a great job of kicking it into the end zone. You know, a few years ago, we were blessed at JSerra Catholic High School to get a new headmaster. And even though he comes from Chicago and roots for all the Chicago teams, we still like him. But joining us tonight on air is Rich Meyer. And Mr. Meyer, so thankful that you're joining us tonight. And this is for what I like to say, and I've been talking about, it's kind of a historic broadcast because we're combining Athletes in Motion and the students at JSerra High School, and you have allowed me to make this possible, so thank you.
Hey, Paul, you're welcome. It's fun to, it's almost as fun as watching the game as watching these young men and women put together this broadcast up here. I feel like I'm in the middle of ESPN Sports Center back here behind the scenes. This is terrific.
Well, hopefully, I know that this is a very important game, and of course, a game that's crosstown rival game, but so many positive things have happened this week between these two schools. Can you shed some light on that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, for us, whether it's starting out here, you see our common theme pink out today in support of breast cancer. You saw our respective pep squads out forming a ribbon here before the kickoff tonight. You know, I think for us, it's really a matter of showcasing two great Catholic high schools here in South Orange County. And you know, Paul, my take on this whole thing is that the stronger JSerra is, the stronger Santa Margarita is, and vice versa, right? It's good for Catholic education here and all of Orange County to see two real great teams coming out here showing great spirit tonight at football.
No doubt about that. Third for Matthew Robinson back in at quarterback, and you have been at every single football game just about since you arrived on campus a few years ago, and I know that you're seeing the spirit increase on both sides of the county with Santa Margarita and JSerra, and we couldn't be more proud of that. And tonight so far we've had a very clean game. One penalty, that's all we've seen tonight, right, Jacob? That one big penalty?
Yeah, one penalty, but it looks like penalty number 2 comes here on this play, Paul.
There we go. So we cue it up. The officials, again, sometimes the less you hear from the official, the better. And 14-7 is the score. We'll take a look at what this penalty is. And it looks like, don't want to be late.
Maybe against the Lions there.
I was going to say, because it looked like they were going to back up there for a second.
Could have been a late hit. We don't really know yet, though. Let's see what the refs have to say. Unsportsmanlike contact.
On the other side of the ball.
Wow,
so
against the defense.
It's going to go against the defense. We saw a 15-yard penalty earlier that really helped out the drive of JSerra. And on their first touchdown of the evening, Riley O'Brien with a big run getting the Lions down to the 1-yard line. And then Avery Williams going in from the 1. And then the Eagles bounce right back with the Calcaterra touchdown, making it 7-7. Eagles taking the lead for the very first time. Matt Mark ran it in for a good touchdown run, number 25, to make it 14-7. And in just a little bit, we're going to be talking with the head coach of the Saddleback Gauchos, Mark McElroy. If he's still floating around here, we'll page him to our booth if we have to, right, Jacob?
Oh, yeah. I'll text him. He's in my contacts as Coach Mac.
Just inside the 41. Robinson back to pass. He's in trouble. He will go down, but he'll get a couple extra yards, not brought back in the backfield, but thrown forward for a couple of yards.
Boy, we're hoping this is going to be a seesaw affair tonight, right? So we started out, it was all Lions for the first 7 minutes drive and scored the TD, and now for the last 12 minutes or so, it's been all Santa Margarita. So let's see if we can get on the board again with a good drive downfield here.
43-yard line, 2nd down and 8, just inside 8 minutes to go in this half. A fast-moving half. Williams running to the right inside.
Williams is just so close to breaking off those big runs tonight. Really following his blockers well, really hitting the hole. Just really has to lower his head and get out of that one tackle right there, he would have been off. But he's running the ball great tonight for the Lions.
Rich, we talk about the Trinity League as being one of the premier leagues on the high school level in the country. Do you notice a difference between football being played here in the West Coast as opposed to being in the Midwest and Chicago?
Sure. Well, I feel like the boys are about twice as big, it seems like, on the line. I'll say the school I came at from back in Chicago, we didn't have a football team. So I remember the very first day I came out to JSerra, I think the next day we were playing Orange Lutheran, and I was up on the sidelines watching these guys hit. I've never heard cracking so loud on the sidelines ever in my life, even including my own high school high school football game. So yeah, the pace out here of high school football is really on par with most of the college football I've seen, kind of watching growing up in the Midwest, for sure.
Did you play high school sports, Rich? And if so, how important were they to you?
I did. I played high school baseball for my first couple of years, and through my sophomore year. Yeah, baseball was, and I think for all these kids, right? Sports are. Hang on, nice hit. There we go.
Robinson down to 28, and that's a good play for JSerra as Robinson connects with Selensky. Corey Selensky, the tight end, senior at 6'2", 235, so they're moving the football, and the Lions down by 7. They walk the clock. They keep making wholesale changes as the Lions are in the hurry-up offense.
Tying into what Headmaster Meyer said, sports are a really big part of Catholic kids' life, It teaches us really good values about teamwork and friendship and stuff, so really cool to see these two teams.
Ball's on
tonight.
The ground. There was a between the quarterback and it looked like the center, and then who's ever on the bottom. You've been on some of these piles underneath. What's that like, Jacob, on the high school level?
There's some itching, some clawing, maybe some words exchanged.
Oh, come on. They're just tickling down there. That's all they're doing. They're just tickling each other.
And it looks there is going to hold on to the football.
Good. Yeah, Jacob, what you were saying before, right? The whole notion of character building is really what I think high school sports are about for these guys on the gridiron, right?
Yeah, it really is. The teamwork and the trust you have with all those guys. It really teaches you a lot about having good morals with relationships coming forth later in your life.
Second down and 10. Lions hold on to the football. Robinson at quarterback. He will hold on to it here. On that one, I might have given it to Williams. He would have had a little better luck against big number 80, and that was a fantastic play on the other side of the ball for Santa Margarita, and that's Alex Stewart at 6'5", 240. What did you play at JSerra? How tall and what was your weight, if you don't mind, Jacob?
When I was at JSerra, I was a 6'5", around 250 pounds, playing on the offensive line.
Okay.
So yeah.
I used to see you down there on the sidelines, and I would stay.
Paul, that was probably about you and me combined when we were in high school, right?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Right.
Like three of those. I was 95 pounds wet. Robinson rolling out.
There we go. Come on, get up there.
Intercepted. He dropped
the ball.
I spoke too soon. Can you tell we have a rooter up here for JSerra, and that's Mr. Myers. It's Tanner Matthews in and out of his hands.
The other day I was on the sidelines of a water polo game, and I was at the scorer's table, and they let me grab the mic, and I was doing some announcing, and I think at one point I said, "And Cooper with the goal," and then the ref came over and chided me and said, "Hey, you got to be impartial at the scoreboard table." So I'll go sit in the fan seats then if I can't cheer here.
Oh boy! Fourth down, 13, 5:49 to go. Clock stopped on that incomplete pass. Robinson's feeling like he's in the groove, running out of the pocket, looking downfield, has a man wide open. Good play there.
I think he's got it.
And it was Zabrin. Didn't I tell you when we talk that we don't talk over each other? We got to tell Mr. Meyer he can't. He can't root during the play, right?
I warned him. We got to warn him.
That's what happens when you put a headphone and a mic on an amateur, right?
No. You're doing just fine. Santa Margarita looking with interest, obviously. I wish I could be a fly on the wall in the locker room of both of these teams at halftime. Might be a fun environment. 5:20 and counting. A high snap. Robinson pulls it down. Williams has it. He's so troublesome when he gets inside a number of players, Jacob, that he can really bounce or bounce back inside and get open and find a lane.
Yeah, he's just one of those running backs. He just is able to use his feet, use his head, get open, and he's really running the ball well tonight for the Lions. Already got us a touchdown, looks to get a second one here in Eagles territory.
So second down and 10. Again, a little bit later on our broadcast, Coach Mark McElroy from Saddleback College is going to join us. Graduate of San Clemente High School. Did some great things on the football level in college. Quick snap. Williams changes his directions. This is exactly what I was talking about. Stays on his feet to the 5-yard line.
There you go, Avery. Great run by Avery Williams there. It looks like they're really relying on him here in the goal line.
1 year ago, Rich, it was P.J. Vander. He opted out. We got, of course, JSerra got this young man, Avery Williams. Boy, just a great, smooth transition.
It sure has been. It sure has been. Yeah, I suppose the good Lord taketh and the good Lord giveth, right? So we were fortunate to get a great kid like Avery. Both up field in terms of talent, but for all accounts, Avery is just as much of a stud off the field as well.
Absolutely. Good look at Wagner moments ago on the sidelines for Santa Margarita looking on. And in the backfield, how about that play coming out of nowhere? That fantastic football play for number 80. That's Alex Stewart. We've called his number a couple of times. Should say in on at quarterback now is Riley O'Brien as Coach Jim Hardigan and his offensive coordinator keeping us on his toes. Now, that didn't happen to you, Jacob. You always had the same quarterback with Robinson back there.
Yeah, I was always blocking for Robinson. He's really trusting in him, but it looks like they got two guys who can really play this year. So Coach Meany is the offense coordinator for JSerra, working both of them in tonight.
Zabrin on the wide left on the green. Avery changes the directions, but there again is number 80, Alex Stewart.
He is just disrupting the backfield for the Lions here this whole drive, actually.
And Rich, if he looks tall, he is at 6'5" as this high school. He looks taller than 6'5", doesn't he there, Jacob?
He looks like he's about the same as Luke Wantenberg. And Luke Wantenberg's number 76 on JSerra. He's about 6'5".
Yep.
So Riley O'Brien, I think he's been playing both sides of the ball a little bit tonight, hasn't he?
How about
Out
that?
on defense as well. You don't see that. You don't see that too often, especially in Trinity League play, right? Where you'll see the quarterback out there lining up in the defensive backfield.
Well, they say a good coach doesn't have great players standing next to him on the sidelines, right? So he's out there, two-way starter. O'Brien, he's got a man, but look who's in the backfield, rolling right. And he will turn the corner, almost in. He gets down to the 1 yard line.
Touch! Here we go, Lions.
Wow, that was a great play. Once by O'Brien. You remember in the first quarter he tried to do that, was out on the 1, but now he goes in for the touchdown. We'll see it again, boys. How about this?
Rolls
O'Brien,
right.
Yep.
Yeah, good patience on Riley's part too, right?
Tucks
Hold on to the ball and
dives, lays out. Great second effort.
Never lost sight of the pylon there on that play.
So a TD run by Riley O'Brien. And Rich, I want to thank you for stopping by. You brought up some good luck for the Lions.
All right, my pleasure. My pleasure.
We are going to do this again and again. Is that okay with you?
You are welcome back every week, right? This has been a lot of fun up here.
14.
And if I won't take any credit for being a good luck charm, but if we're down a touchdown in the fourth quarter,
you can come back up.
You can shoot me a text and I'll get back up here. Okay.
You hang tight right now. Let's see what happens here. 14-13.
Yeah, let's get this
extra point. Pardon me. And this is Nolan Shawn. He will line up. Again, the snap is so important. Of course, they moved him back on the professional level from the 15, making it a 25. A quick kick, and that's up, and that's good. So we are tied up at 14 apiece. Once again, I want to thank Rich Meyer, the headmaster for JSerra Catholic High School, for stopping by. Rich, great to see you.
Hey, thanks a lot, Paul. It's been great being up here. Jacob, great to see you again.
Nice
thanks for
seeing
coming
you.
back and calling the game for us tonight.
No problem.
All right, let's go Lions.
We'll be back with more of the game of the week. 2:50 left in the first half.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the game of the week. Once again, I want to thank Coach Rich, I call him Coach here, Headmaster Meyer from JSerra Catholic High School. So fun to have him up here in our broadcast booth. And I want to congratulate all the students of both schools tonight for really celebrating the color pink. And I'm wearing a bright pink shirt tonight in honor of breast cancer survivors and also breast cancer victims. Our hearts and prayers go out to all of you. And there are plenty of survivors, and we want to keep that going. Once again, everybody, I'm Paul Higgins along with Jacob Wolf, currently playing for the Saddleback Gauchos. And we'll talk more about his career in the second half. And he will have some advice and also some wisdom to dish out to our young athletes on both sides of the ball.
That's right, Paul. Always around
Wisdom
for
is
some
great,
good
right?
insight. Yeah.
So I didn't catch it. Jacob, but they're kicking off from the yard line. I was saying so long to Rich Meyer. Did you catch a penalty on that, or?
You know, I think it was a little bit roughhousing after the touchdown. You know, the Eagles do get a little bit scrappy sometimes, so refs have to keep them in check, you know, with those penalties, make sure nothing gets out of hand there.
So we have gone back and forth so far, and what a great game to do on television for our first time with JSerra and our week. And about 30 years ago, I started the Game of the Week with what was called Dimension Cable, turned into Cox Cable, and so happy that we can start something fresh and new and something that should be around a long, long time. The way to go on these things is how you're watching it right online, and if you're watching it, you can always, we're going to give you a little email, pardon me, not a little email, we'll give you email a little bit later on where you can think of our broadcast and also get more information. And, of course, this being our first one.
Looks like number 10, Ryan Fields there. Had the angle but couldn't quite get in on the tackle, but, you know, Williams was there as the safety to plug in, push the guy out of bounds. And first down SM, though.
Noah Rashid on the other end of that one. So this being our first broadcast, and then we get some hiccups. But, hey, we're going to work everything out as we go. Again, this is a student-run production, and so happy with the students.
Ooh,
and
big hit
all the
by
things they're
Solinsky
doing
there. Corey Solinsky, actually a transfer from Dana Hills. I played against him when I was playing at JSerra. He played for Dana Hills, and he came over, you know, joined the dark side, light side, JSerra.
So second down and 10. Festive atmosphere here. And the fake handoff. Quarterback holds on to it. Wagner, wow, he is still on his feet. He's got some room. One man to beat. Stiff arm. They go out of bounds on the 35-yard line. Real tough young man to bring down, and Nathan Bowman found that out.
Yeah, if JSerra wants to keep handling or try and handle this SM offense, they really got to cut down to the big plays. Another big play there. SM just looks to keep striking with all these big plays.
2:10 left on the clock, and the official says there's a timeout. So we'll stay right here on the timeout. And again, want to make mention that this is a broadcast run by the students of JSerra. Of course, I do a little overseeing, but and teaching, and that's part of the fun, right? Did you have fun in my class?
Oh, your class, it was actually my third period, so every day I'd snack, you know, I'd just be waiting. All right, the bell's going to ring. Here, I'm going to see Mr. Higgins and all the gang, and we're going to do a great film production. We put out line reports every day for everyone to watch. I would tell the students the news and everything like that, so it was really fun. Probably my favorite class I ever took at JSerra, actually.
Well, thank you. You know, it was really fun to see you at practice the other day, at Saddleback's practice. Tell me about playing football at Saddleback. I mean, it's got to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you know, I left JSerra, went to Stony Brook in New York for a year. It was a Division I AA school, and I decided to come back to Saddleback under Coach Mack because he does a really good job at developing tight ends and offensive linemen. So that's where, you know, I came back home, and I'm playing for Saddleback now. It's a real good deal. I'm starting, and the Gauchos, you know, we're looking to have a big homecoming victory this week against Grossmont. Back to JSerra SM, though. SM moving the ball inside Lions territory now.
1st and 10. Wagner will hand it off, and getting tackled pretty quickly there. Number 28 running the football, and that's Trey Green on the inside tackle for the Lions. Number 87, he's doing some damage tonight, and that's Steele Brenner, and you like the way Steele plays.
Yeah, Steele, you know, he's a bit undersized to be playing DN in the Trinity League, but he makes up for it with his toughness, his intensity, and all of, you know, his speed he gets from being athletic.
2nd and 8, 1:41 to go in this first half. Santa Margarita with the ball in JSerra Lions territory. Still trying to bring down number 25, and I like the way that the Eagles are mixing it up. Matthew Mark, the ball carrier there. The quarterback is tricky because he leaves that ball in the belly of the running back's gut for a long time before he decides to take it out or keep it in.
Yeah, you know, it really is hard for the defense to decipher who has it, you know, the running back or the quarterback, but, you know, sometimes it gets you right back, and not a good deal for the offense trying to run that play.
What is the biggest difference, Jacob, and I ask athletes this all the time, going from high school to college? Is it the speed of the game, the size of the players, the coaching? Tell me about that, because every athlete seems like they say common factors in that transition.
Of course, you know, for different positions, I would say speed-wise would be receivers and stuff. You know, from my perspective, though, playing in the interior on the line, it really is the physical hitting that goes on, you know, between players. In high school, you know, sometimes players you play aren't nearly as big as you, but at the collegiate level, everyone's, just as good. So it's a lot of big hits, and it is teach you a lot, though, about toughness, getting on, taking those big hits every day, delivering big hits. So I feel that definitely for me the biggest transition would be the hitting.
And you're a big boy, and you can hit.
Yeah, I love hitting.
And on the near side of the field, that is the sidelines, and of course the student body of Santa Margarita. And normally they would be in their blue and gold, but tonight honoring the color pink. So 3rd down and 6, big play here for Santa Margarita. Wagner there as long as he can, a nice completion. That'll be a 1st down. On the 1st down play, number 16 coming up with that, Max Lewis.
Good open field tackle by number 10, Ryan Fields for the JSerra Lions. Able to secure the tackle and not prevent any further damage to the defense. Bend, don't break, that's always JSerra's motto on defense. Oh.
The ball carrier.
Wattenberg, JSerra's big left tackle on offense, playing defensive end there, getting a stop at the line of scrimmage lines.
And it looks like Santa Margarita, I'm looking at our graphics, and if I can remember correctly, it looks like they have 2 timeouts left. I could be wrong about that, but we'll see how they use the clock coming down here. It is 2nd down. Wagner flushed out of the pocket. He's going to throw this one out. Almost intercepted.
Great defensive play.
That's a nice play by Bowman. And he looks over to the crowd, and hopefully that doesn't come out to haunt him, Nathan Bowman. And it looks back to JSerra and says, okay, maybe I should point to that particular side of the field. 36 seconds left, 3rd and 10. We're in the 2nd quarter, 14-14 ball game. Eagles with the ball. Look over to Coach Curtis and his offensive coaches to see what he's going to do. There's a timeout on the field, and Santa Margarita will take that timeout. And when we come back, there will be 36 seconds left on the clock. We'll be back with more of the Game of the Week right after this.
The earthquakes you see in movies are one thing, but real life is a completely different animal. Just because you can't predict an earthquake doesn't mean that you can't prepare for one. In the event of a real earthquake, you should drop, cover, and hold on. Visit ready.gov/earthquake and practice what to do to keep you and your family safe in the event of a real earthquake. And you'll be seen as a hero by your family and your loved ones.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Timeout on the field. 2nd quarter action for you. 36 seconds left, and it's 3rd down for the Santa Margarita Eagles. Your thoughts? What do you anticipate as an offensive lineman that when you were playing with the Lions, that Hardigan ball as opposed to maybe what the Eagles might call here?
With Hardigan, it's all about the power. The offensive line has to really establish himself, hit him in the mouth. Compared to Santa Margarita, would probably want to spread things out a little bit more. So let's see what the Santa Margarita offensive line does here on this play.
3rd and 10. Again, 36 seconds. Clock will start on the hike. And Wagner, plenty of time in the end zone. Touchdown!
Yep, that's his favorite receiver, Dylan Crawford, number 6 there, the transfer from St. Francis.
Dylan Crawford with the touchdown, his first of the night. He is the go-to guy, and that's what they were calling right out of the timeout. And that was a huge play for Santa Margarita.
Santa Margarita able to get the ball with only a little bit of time, drive the football well, manage the clock. They will give the ball back with 30 seconds left, but that's a big-time touchdown for the Eagles.
Great play by Dylan Crawford. How about Wagner hanging in there all that time and finding his man and calmly striking him with a touchdown?
Yeah, like I said earlier, the Eagles' offensive line looks to be really spreading things out on the JSerra defensive line, getting really good pass protection, giving him a lot of throw. Only imagine what would be happening if Costello was in there, but, the Eagles are working with what now.
21-14, 30 seconds left in the second. We'll be back with the final 30 in just a moment.
I will not be news today. I will not make another push to be the first man in space with frosted tips and a puka shell necklace. And I will not go viral when my terror is caught on camera when I finally realize that in the vacuum of space, no one can hear you sing. I'm Lance Bass, and I will not be trending today because there is a much bigger story that needs to be heard.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. 21-14, 30 seconds left to go, and the Santa Margarita Eagles take the lead back off of Wagner to Dylan Crawford touchdown strike, making it 21-14.
JSerra looking to get a good return here, but their kicker on SM puts the ball pretty much every play. Not quite this one,
it drops in about 5 yards
deep.
Out of bounds. So with seconds left, it's going to be interesting to see what quarterback comes out for the JSerra Lions. They've been mixing their quarterbacks up between Robinson and O'Brien, and it looks like it's going to be number 3, and of course O'Brien, who had that great touchdown a little while ago.
Oh yeah, he's hard running all night, setting up the big first touchdown for Williams with his big run. He's back, second effort, dives for the pylon, gets a great other touchdown for the Lions.
Let's see if they Lions. It looks like he might just put a knee down on this one, and
doesn't want to try anything crazy before the end of the half.
So the clock never started. There it goes. Yeah. So the Lions will put a knee down. You don't remember this guy because you're way too young, but he started his career at Long Beach State University, and when they had football, his name was George Allen. He was the head coach, went on to coach in the NFL for my Washington Redskins, who was a fabulous coach, but he never, ever let the clock go down, and he would always try to take advantage of it as much as he could. Big special teams guy, so 30 seconds burns off the clock. The Lions decide, hey, let's take this one into the locker room. We're down by 7. Santa Margarita with the lead, 21-14. It is halftime. We'll be back with more right after this.
We taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
(21-14) halftime right here at CI Southern Section Trinity League football. Hi everybody, I'm Paul Higgins along with Jacob Wolf. I want to thank Headmaster Rich Meyer for joining us earlier tonight during the second quarter of our broadcast. And also a little bit later on we're going to visit with Coach Mark McElroy, hopefully at halftime, and which it is right now, as we will take a listen and we'll watch the pep squad of JSerra. Great job by JSerra Lions, and of course the cheerleaders, the song leaders, they practice that all week long for Friday night, and they go at pep squads, and so of course they do work hard, and the girls, great to see you guys out here. Again, Lion Nation on the other side of the field, and so the Lion Nation on the other side of the field. And earlier we tried to get to our sideline reporter, and Ashlyn Underwood doing some traffic up here in our first broadcast from JSerra Lions and Athletes in Motion. And on the sideline is none other than Ashlyn Underwood. Ashlyn, take it away.
Hi, I'm Ashlyn Underwood reporting from Saddleback College. It is halftime. There's 21 SM and 14 JSerra. The news on the SM sidelines is that KJ Costello, number 7, was injured last week in their game against Bosco. He's being replaced this game with number 12, Richard Wagner. And it's been really interesting to watch Richard Wagner out on the field. He's doing a pretty good job, obviously. 21-14 is the score. Back to Paul and Jacob. And
thank you, Ashlyn. And Ashlyn Underwood giving us an idea of what's going on the sidelines with the injuries. And I know that you just never know, week to week, you guys definitely have injuries and you have to deal with them. How many times in the course of a week do you actually go up to coach and say, hey, coach, I'm not feeling it this week, or do you not say that?
I'm a pretty tough kid, so it's kind of hard to let myself get away with doing that. It takes a lot out of you playing in the Trinity League. And I remember at JSerra, Coach Harding would always religiously have us ice bath. We had a trainer, Kayla. She always took care of us. But, occasionally there were times when you have to go up and say, hey, coach, I'm really not feeling it right now. I think it's better just to rest and come back full strength for the game. Again,
21-14 time. This is how the scoring took place in the first half. JSerra started off with a Riley O'Brien big run, and that made room for an Avery Williams 1-yard run. That made it 7-0. They were aided by a big penalty, the Lions were, earlier in that drive, and then Santa Margarita came right back at it. Richard Wagner with a pass to Grant Calcaterra. And that made it 7 quarter. The second quarter started, and it was Matt Mark with a touchdown run for Santa Margarita, and that made it 14-7. They took the lead for the very first time. JSerra took back the lead as Riley O'Brien went in for a touchdown. Right there on the goal line, he hit the pylon, and it was 14-14. Santa Margarita gets the ball right back. Wagner to Dylan Crawford, a touchdown pass, a perfect strike down the middle, and that made it 21-14 Santa Margarita, and that's where we are at halftime. So we'll step aside. When we come back, get ready for the second half. More after this.
You taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
The earthquakes you see in movies are one thing, but real life is a completely different animal. Just because you can't predict an earthquake doesn't mean that you can't prepare for one. In the event of a real earthquake, you should drop, cover, and hold on. Visit ready.gov/earthquake and practice what to do to keep you and your family safe in the event of a real earthquake. And you'll be seen as a hero by your family and your loved ones.
21-14 halftime, and we will have a report on this a little bit later on, but $4,500 were raised.
Probably an awareness for breast cancer.
That's right. The two schools got together, and everything that JSerra raised, I believe they're going to give to Santa Margarita Charity, and that's fantastic. Hopefully Ashlyn can tell us a little bit more about that. And Jacob, halftime, what's going on inside the little locker room here at Saddleback College?
We actually don't go into the locker room. We actually, if I recall, we would go into the tennis room here at Saddleback. But, it was great because we'd all get in there, different emotions, coaches kind of just going head spinning, trying to figure out things, especially if we're down, what we can do to prevent even more scoring, what things we can do to score ourselves. And, trying to also rally the players, teach them what they need to do correctly to stop the run, to pass the ball better, also motivate them and tell them, come on, second half, such and such time left to prove who we are against our rival school. So halftime's a really big time for the teams to regenerate, basically charge up, come back out ready to play.
Coach Mark McElroy, Saddleback College. (21-14) at halftime here at Saddleback College in the city of Mission Viejo. We're trying to track down our Saddleback College Gaucho football coach, Mark McElroy. Of course, this is an opportunity for him to look at the players of both these fine Trinity League schools, and you have a mix of athletes from JSerra and Santa Margarita playing at Saddleback.
Yeah, you know, Jeff, he's our starting nose guard. He's from Santa Margarita, so it's real cool going to get against him every day in practice, just like we used to go against back in the Trinity League days. And we also got Corey Maribojo. Unfortunately, he's sidelined with an injury right now. But, you know, he was starting at JSerra at left guard, started at Saddleback for left guard. Eddie Lung, Sean Schulte, Jacob Gibson, a couple guys that went to JSerra, transferred to other schools. So it's really cool coming back and seeing a lot of familiar faces on my team.
So $45 raised for that charity. And there's a good look at Santa Margarita Pink Ribbon Club. And I believe JSerra, whatever they raised, they contributed back to that charity. So two schools working together tonight. And of course, Jacob, it is a warm and humid Friday night. And I know that you were back in New York for a while, but here you are back in Southern California. Do you remember in your football career playing under such hot weather extending this long into the season?
You know, I really don't. I remember in my career a lot of hot weather at the beginning. It would be essential for you to hydrate. Obviously, it's still essential to hydrate now, but this late into the season, I don't know. You know, it's almost Halloween time. You usually don't get up into the high 90s like we are right now. So it's a big challenge these players have to overcome living in a desert, you know. But they adapt, and they get able to play in this weather.
And I know sometimes it's not the heat. It's the humidity. It really just sucks everything out of you.
Yeah, you know, it's like wearing a 12-pound weight vest out there, carrying around all your gear, but plus the sweaty clothing because,
right.
You know, that really sticks all the water up in there. So it's important at halftime to really kind of, you know, drench out your jersey a little bit, maybe change your undershirt or something like that because it's important, you know, to stay light.
When you were playing and as you were growing up, who did you look up to and why did you decide to play the game of football?
You know, I was growing up, I always went to Laguna Hills high school games every Friday night. And they have a really historic program there with head coach Bruce Ingles. So it was really fun watching guys like Robert Refsnyder and Reese Love lay some wood for Laguna Hills Hawks. They would always, you know, be in the CIF playoffs. And when I was a little kid, I played a lot of basketball and baseball. But, you know, 6th grade came around and it was at the time I played football. And I really admired those guys. I wanted to be a Hawk, you know, things changed. I was a JSerra Lion, pretty cool career there too, but, you know, it was mostly just those guys playing for Laguna Hills that really inspired me to play football, along with my as well, who played for Western Michigan back in his heyday. You know, so I have a lot of good football figures in my life.
Do you want to say hello to the Ops? Are they at home watching right now or what?
You know, my dad, he's at the Notre Dame game this weekend, so he's probably in the Illinois area right now. My mom's at home watching. Hey, Mom, how are you? I love you.
I went downstairs and I asked one of my PA, my assistant at school, I said, you know what, I need to get a hold of Jacob Wolf. So they went down to the attendance office and they got your mom's phone number for me. I gave her a call and I said, hey, you think Jacob would like to do a broadcast? I thought it'd be a nice touch, and it is. It's great having you on, and I know that you're learning firsthand all the crazy chaos that goes on up here that hopefully most of the people at home don't realize what goes into a broadcast. But are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah, you know, I'm having a lot of fun. It's great to be back and be, you know, in the speaker room with you, all this mayhem like we used to have at JSerra, but it's even crazier now doing a live football game. I mean, it's a big step for me, you know.
Well, maybe it's the start of something, right?
That'd be awesome, yeah.
You never look at football again because you'll always be thinking about what they now from the broadcast.
For that play,
yeah.
Every play they got to think of something else to say.
So this obviously is a stadium that has been here for a long, long time. Saddleback's had so many great teams, and Mark McElroy has definitely done a great job with the Gauchos. But this stadium is going to get a new look and a new feel in about a year or two, and it's going to be interesting to see where the teams play, where the Gauchos play, where the Eagles play, and where the Lions play at the time of construction. And this has always been a fabulous little area. I thought this venue could be a great bowl. It just sets up really nice. We're up on a hill, literally in the dirt. We have, all day long, I've had about 50 lizards come up to me, and when it gets real hot, we've got rattlers going through the bushes. It's kind of crazy. We're going to miss those days just ever so slightly when they build a new stadium, but it's going to be a 8,000-seat stadium, from what I'm told, and they will hopefully host CIF games here, and both stadiums will see if they continue to play and share. And right now, both teams do share the stadium, and tonight it's a home game for the JSerra Lions, so they're on the far side in which you're looking at right now. And then for the, of course, for Santa Margarita, they are on the near side, and we are enjoying both sides, of course, tonight because this game, 21-14 at a half. When we come back, we'll have a little bit more of our halftime festivities as we wind down the clock. Never realized how long a halftime was at a high school football game. Now I know. We'll be back with more after this.
Hey, Gabby, how you doing? How was the play date and sleepover?
Dad, it was great.
Awesome. Okay, I'm on my way.
Hey, guys, what are you doing?
We're going swimming. We're going bucket. Yeah!
I'll see you in a little bit, guys. I love you.
Hi, babe. How was school today?
Hi, Dad. It was great.
Okay, honey. I'll be home soon. Remember, you're never too far away from your kids to be a dad. Reach out and take a second to check in, because sometimes the smallest moments can have the biggest impact.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Hey everybody, welcome back. 1:28 to go before we kick off the third quarter. The teams will come out in about a minute and 20 seconds, and then they will stretch a little bit, and then of course get this one going. So let's talk about this first half. Scoring back and forth constantly tonight with JSerra starting it off, Jacob, and then Santa Margarita returning the time, and that's been. Second half, what do you anticipate? It's going to be Santa Margarita's football to start off the third quarter.
Yeah, you know, Santa Margarita's had a lot of good pass protection for that quarterback they have filling in for KJ, number 12. So it looks like they're probably going to come out, you know, throw the ball a little bit since they've had a lot of success doing that already today.
21-14, as we talked about, and with Eagles down by 7, they're going to have to wait to get the football. Do they do anything differently on defense?
I think on defense they really just have to key in on the quarterback. It's probably the most essential part of any team is the quarterback. So on defense I think they really have to take a second look at him, maybe put a spy over him, but looks like he's going to be a big factor coming up in the second half as well.
I'm not sure if she's watching. You mentioned something to your mom, and I have something to my wife, Bobby. It is our 19th wedding anniversary on Monday, so happy anniversary. And thank you for all those beautiful kids that we have, 5 kids, and I have my oldest sitting next to me up here in the broadcast booth doing the audio, and he's in between myself and Michael Curtis. So I'm glad to have you. And there's a good look at Coach Curtis there as he is walking away, and it's a great, I mean, you can't have a better guy at Santa Margarita. And of course, he has been in South Orange County football for as long as I can remember. And the boys at Santa Margarita, they're very lucky and fortunate and blessed, obviously, to have him. And Jim Hardigan on the other side with Santa Margarita, with the JSerra Lions. Of course, he started his career on a full-time level and head coaching with the Santa Margarita Eagles back in, a long time ago. I won't say how long ago.
You know, it really is the backbone of this rivalry, though.
Yeah.
How Coach Hardigan came from the dark side and joined JSerra.
The dark side. Remember, you're supposed to be impartial.
Oh, yeah, I am. Sorry.
So if you're, you got on a broadcast booth, it's kind of tough to be impartial, right?
Yeah, as Mr. Meyer was like, you just want to root for the team that you played for. But, yep, I'll remember that going forward.
And a good look at the what happens at halftime if you haven't been to a high school football game in a long time, or if you're just too busy at half and you're up and about talking and socializing, which is a great thing to do. But the boys come back out, they get warmed up, and then they get after it once again. So in about a minute, 40 seconds, the official will call everybody, and we'll get out and tee this one up and get going one more time. So we will take our final break of the first half. And when we come back, it will be the start of the third quarter.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
You taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Athletes in Motion JSerra Game of the Week, right here at College in the city of Mission Viejo, California, where I'm not sure what the temperature was when we started this one, but it certainly was warm and humid as we got underway. And right now, the temperature in the city of Mission Viejo is 70 degrees, and it is cloudy. We had a little bit of mist when we started, and of course, that has settled down.
Looks like it's cleared up. A little bit better weather here now to start the second half.
Hey, you guys,
feeling real good out. No humidity, no rain. Looks like throwing the ball will go easy for both teams.
Don't have them run.
Great weather to play in if you're a football player. Not too hot, not too cold.
We had a couple Pop Warner football players running through our broadcast booth that I had to tackle. Sorry. Yeah, it's okay. So here we go as we get this one underway. The cheerleaders here at Santa Margarita on their side as the sea of pink. It's a pink out on both sides, and again, both schools in respect of awareness to cancer in the month of October. And right now we're got a new clock up there with 12 minutes as we start the second half, and this should be an exciting second half because we saw a ton of scoring, 35 points in all in that first half. It will be the Eagles on the right side of the field taking the football, and the Lions will kick it off.
Lions look to make a big factor here on special teams. You know, kicking off, let's see if they can put them deep in the end zone, either force them coming out from their 20-yard line or potentially make a big hit, big play, get the ball loose, end up with the ball in Eagles territory. Let's see what the Lions are able to do, and let's see what they do on their kick return.
And I know they don't want to kick it to the best player of Santa Margarita, and that is number 6, Dylan Crawford. And they did that earlier, and we'll see if they do it again here. And they're trying to maybe kick away from him, and they kick right towards him. So he will take it on the 1-yard line. If he goes into the end zone on the high school level, he can't get out, and he will get to the 20, still on his feet, to the 25, 26-yard line. So a 26-yard return as they get set up. First and 10 to start the third quarter of action. 21-14 as we get set.
JSerra really wants to slow down the Eagles' offensive line. If they can manage to get some penetration, a little bit better pass rush, looks like they'll have an answer to how to stop the Santa Margarita offense. But until then, Santa Margarita is going to keep putting points on the board.
So here we go. Wagner had such a great first half, threw a couple really pretty passes. Eagles lead at 21-14. They had the ball, and then they got a touchdown kicked off to the Lions at the end of the second quarter. Lions decided to put a knee on it. O'Brien with the potential tackle as he knocks the ball, the runner out of bounds, and that is Max Lewis.
Not only does the Eagles' offensive line look like it's protecting well, it looks like the receiving core on that bubble screen there had some really good blocking, which allowed them, move the ball up for another 5 yards. 2nd and 5 underway.
And running right up the middle has a lane, still on his feet, and tackled just shy of the 50-yard line. How about that play? Trey Green.
Gashing the Lions' defense, moving the ball. Hard hit on number 10, Ryan Fields. O'Brien in on the tackle too, though.
From the 47-yard line, Wagner with a quick pass. Oh, behind, and that ball could go back to the Lions, and it does. And
wow,
they will
Lions
see if his
football.
Arm was in motion, but either way, they knocked it out of his hands, and they got the football And we will take a look at that one more time.
That looked like Luke Wattenberg there all around getting, oh, wow, knocking the ball free. Great play there by Luke.
How about it? And the Eagles come up with the the Lions come up with the football. 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line.
So that's what the Lions really want to do there, win the turnover margins, cause turnovers, win the game.
No doubt about that. And the quarterback in for the Lions is O'Brien. He had a real good first half. He can run the football. Obviously had 2 big runs. That is a high snap. Oh, my goodness. Avery Williams on the that one playing center field. He's got some room. Avery gets it to the 41-yard line, still on his feet. Never touched his knee. And then he comes up and makes a great second effort for 5 extra yards. That was a crazy play.
Spectacular run there. Ball snapped over the quarterback's head. Williams able to recover the ball, you see there.
I've never seen that.
Fakes left, runs right, picks up a few nice blocks by the lineman, never stopping the play. Never stop until the whistle blows. That's a great job by JSerra.
36-yard line for the Lions. 2nd down and 2. O'Brien, the better snap that time. He holds on to it, rolls left, looking downfield, and really doesn't have anyone, throws it out of bounds. Wise choice there.
Looks like he had Bowman open a little bit earlier, but as the play progressed, he kept rolling left. Defense up, had to throw it out of bounds, just get rid of it. Next play.
Just underway in the 3rd quarter of action. And boy, we've already seen a lot of great action.
Yeah, it's incredible runs, incredible passes. The Eagles with that big touchdown they had. JSerra, O'Brien moving the ball well, leading to that big Williams run. O'Brien again running and extending for the pylon. Been some great plays this game.
3rd down and 2. Big play here for the Lions. See if they can capitalize on the turnover. They almost had a turnover on their own on the high snap, and Williams. And running behind Williams is O'Brien. He looks like he will get that first down or be pretty darn close to it.
They lined up everyone on the right. O'Brien went right.
He got the first.
Looks like it paid off. Yep, first down line.
And both quarterbacks tonight, all 3 quarterbacks actually that we've seen have really been offenses. The platoon quarterback for the Lions with Robinson and O'Brien, and then Wagner filling in for Costello. Just having a great night. Good night of high school football to watch. This is why Trinity League football is one of the most exciting leagues in the country. O'Brien rolling to his left. Watch out his backside. That would where you would have the block. Coming all the way across the field to make just a fantastic sack on the quarterback. Number 22, J.P. Hackett. You mentioned it. All those two-a-days and all that running really helped out there.
Yeah, it looks like he just traced backside. Never lost sight of what was in front of him, which was the quarterback. Kept running, and able to make a play, get a nice little sack there. Lions loss of yards on the play, 2nd and long.
2nd and 14 right here. O'Brien out of the shotgun. Avery Williams in the backfield. 3 wide receivers on the near side. Along 2nd and 14.
Keep an eye on there at the bottom of the screen, the big defensive end, number 80, Stewart for the Eagles.
And they fake it. O'Brien with time. He's got a man and incomplete. Great defensive play. And Williams goes down. Good defense by the Eagles.
Yeah, close but no dice for the Lions there. They rolled out Williams to the left. Looked like they had an open ball, kind of lobbed a little bit there, but, still a good pass. Just couldn't come up. Good play by the Eagles on defense there. Lions looking to further the ball into the Eagles' territory. 3rd down and long, though. Hopefully they can get something, stir up either a 4th and short situation or potentially get the first down.
Lions line up in that same offense on the trips on the near field. Avery Williams in the backfield. You can count on them passing the football here. And incomplete, intended for number 1 through the backside of him, and it's Charlie Mestaz, the senior 5'9" wide receiver. So 4th down and 14.
Put the Lions kind of in a sticky situation here, Paul. They don't really know if they should punt because it's kind of awkward for the punt itself. Where is it going to go? It's not really that far away from being out of bounds, out of the goal line. So let's see what the Lions manage to do on this one. Looks like they're going to go for 4th and long in Eagles territory. They really got to come up with something in the second half here. They're down by 7.
4th and 14. 9:13 to go, and short pass. Williams has it, gets back to the original line of scrimmage and gets close to a first down. Not pick it up.
Wow.
It will be the Eagles' ball.
Once again, close but no dice to Williams. Just great play. coming out to the left, catching the ball out of the backfield, running, fighting for that first down. Falls about a yard short. Going to be first down Eagles for sure. That fell just short there. It looks like there is a hurt Eagle on the play. Hopefully everyone, in the stands are good Catholic people. Yes, they are. And they're probably praying for this injured player.
Looks like there is a injured player. And not stating the obvious there, am I?
No, I already said it, but,
Yep.
Good to follow up. Looks like he's going to be all right there, limping off a little bit. But able to stand up on his own. Well, that's always good to see, huh, Paul?
And Tanner Matthews, and Jake, a very important player for the Eagles as he comes off the field. And I twisted my ankle today getting out of my van. I stepped on some uneven surface, and, I don't think people realize, they've never sprained their ankle, and then obviously when they have to go out and play again, it's a little ginger out there. That ankle gets a little soft, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what really makes a good football player, though, one that can just blows, keep taking some and keep coming back out, getting back on your feet, going another play, make another play.
You can see Tanner say, I'm all right, I'll be back in. So 1st and 10, man in motion on the near side and trying to get outside. And Santa Margarita with a little room tiptoeing up the sidelines, and that is Dylan Crawford.
That was interesting to see because Crawford at one point was running straight for Williams, and Williams looked like he had him, and then, kind of put a little move on his ex-teammate there, got around for the first down for the Eagles.
You can see here just this athletic skill and the speed that he has. Just ran by 3 Lions. And quick snap, Wagner, quick intercepted.
Oh!
Nathan Bowman going to go all the way, touchdown. Connor O'Brien, pardon me. Nathan Bowman following, and Connor O'Brien goes in for the score.
And that's why he's the Defensive Player of the Year last year for the Lions, and probably going to be again this year. He just makes those big plays. Santa Margarita's driving down to try and lengthen their lead by 2 scores, but now look what happens. JSerra tying it up right here if the PAT is good.
And I was going to say Nathan Bowman with a instead. I said Nathan Bowman, but it was Connor O'Brien.
Yep.
And, of course, those 2 guys are buddies, and they're actually in my class.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep, when I was there, they were sophomores, hanging together. Always 2 of the fastest guys I remember on the field.
Yep. And Connor O'Brien goes in for the touchdown, and we are 1 point away from being tied up again.
Yeah, those O'Brien brothers really carrying the JSerra Lions tonight. Riley with the amazing runs on offense. Connor with the big pick there.
Pardon me, Jacob. The kick is up. It's good. 21-21. We'll be back with more right after this.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the game of the week. JSerra Lions just tied the game. 21 says Connor O'Brien with the pick 6 goes in for the touchdown. I had no idea we were going to have this kind of game. I really did not anticipate who would win this game, and I still don't. But I had no idea we were going to have 42 points up in the 3rd quarter, and a seesaw battle. And it is. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking about Costello, and I'm thinking he have made a difference right now, and I don't know because Wagner is playing a great football game.
Yeah, Wagner looks like he was plugged in and has done a hell of a job there for the Eagles. Costello, obviously the #1 rated quarterback in the country, but he is really good. And Wagner, backups in Trinity League, you can never doubt him. Never doubt a Trinity League backup.
21-21, 8:52 to go in this 3rd. We got a new ball game yet again, and this will go all the way to the end zone.
It's going to be a touchback out the back of the end zone there, Paul.
So 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, and Connor O'Brien will come back on the field.
Yeah, Connor O'Brien, once again, seen as the impact player on defense tonight with that big pick six, looking to bolster the Lions D even further here in the second half, because obviously they score and then give the ball right back to him. So hopefully he can do the same thing again for the Lions.
So Connor O'Brien is the one that scored the touchdown. There's a good look at him, number 7. and he is definitely pretty thrilled right now, but 21-21, he knows he wants another one. And Wagner with his first interception, that's a pick 6, but again, still playing a solid football game. O'Brien just made a good play, and here he comes out and makes a tackle. He made a good play on the interception, and Wagner threw a pretty good ball, but O'Brien anticipated it.
Yeah, Brian sniffed it out. You know, he's a real fundamentally sound football player, and he has a real good football mind, IQ, so able to make that play there. Here comes the second down for the Eagles.
Hurry up offense, and the Lions right in there to stop the ball carrier.
Looks like Steele Brenner there, you know, with that physical play, has always able to sniff in there on those run plays, make it stop.
He's made a number of tackles tonight. Also, Noah Rashid in there. Pardon me, for the Santa Margarita Eagles, number 87, Noah Rashid is coming off the field. And 8:10 to go, 3rd and 3. Big play again right here out of the shotgun. Wagner going to hold on. He's got a big frame. Good tackle inside.
Great tackle by the quarterback, Riley O'Brien there. You know, don't really see Trinity League quarterbacks playing both ways, but, you know, since he's only taking half the reps with Matt Robinson playing, able to stick him in there on defense, comes downhill, makes a great play right there. Great tackle, prevents even further damage. First down Eagles, though.
1st and 10. Wagner, he decides to hand off this time. And I'm just curious at this point of the game. I know we're just underway, about 5 minutes into it in the 3rd quarter. Fatigue. You know, both these teams have been on the field about the same amount of time. And,
exactly.
And I'm wondering if Wagner decides that maybe he's getting a little breathy. He hasn't played a ton, right? Maybe he does hand off instead of running it himself.
Exactly, you know, especially going against the JSerra Lions defense, such a physical pounding defense. You know, when you carry the ball a lot, you're going to get hit not only once, but by 2 or 3 other guys, making sure you're down on the play, you know, double tap, trying to get you down, make sure you don't get back up. So there's going to be a lot of those big hits. Maybe he hands it off a little bit more.
Matthew Mark just ran the football. He came off. Trey Green is in there now in the backfield for the Eagles. Wagner out of the shotgun, low snap, and he looks downfield. This one's a little high and incomplete.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of miscommunication there between him and Crawford. Probably those guys, you know, are on the same page since Crawford's the leading receiver there. Maybe not because, you know, he's the new quarterback in the game right now, but it looks like it's going to be a 4th down for the SM.
Down and 7, and what I noticed is some of the players with cramps right now. I could see some of the guys starting to stretch in the backfield of the JSerra Lions defense. A week ago, these guys cramping up. It is humid. It has been hot, and you can't drink enough water to avoid cramps sometimes. And we'll see if that plays a factor in this one at all as we get ready for the punt. Great snap and a booming kick, and fair catch made. Avery Williams does a nice job of that. And so we will take a look at the Lions offense coming back on the field.
You know, it looks like JSerra is really able to move the ball well with Williams because he's such a powerful back. Playing on the defensive side of the ball, it looks like he's been able to manifest a really good dynamic leg duo with his right-left step. And, he, you know, we saw that big juke play earlier. We've seen him run over some people tonight. So they're really going to probably rely on handing him the rock here, getting him down the field, open up some of the passing game as well. They do here on 1st down.
Williams in the backfield, and he has played a solid football game, and it's almost like a counter, right? As he steps right and goes left.
Shed that tackle right there by number 80 Stewart, who's been in the backfield all night, able to turn the play from negative into positive. That's what we were saying earlier. 1-2 step, he's really, really hard to grab, Williams.
In particular, you could see with the JSerra jerseys, the different color of them, because in the sense of the guys that have been playing, they're soaking wet. There is a dark spot, of course, on the side of their jerseys in the front, and those guys are definitely sweating quite a bit on a hot, warm, humid night as O'Brien dives across the 30 to the 32-yard line.
You know, he decided to keep it on that one. Maybe not the best decision, but, you know, maybe there just wasn't something there. That play SM had an answer, and they were swarming on the ball, able to keep him down, get him down, but it's going to be 3rd and inches for the Lions here.
So 3rd down and short for JSerra. I would assume at this they might give it to Avery Williams, but of course quarterback sneak, quarterback run pretty well. Here we go, 3rd down and a short 1. And high snap, and they did amazing just to get that ball to the ball carrier, and it'll be 4th down.
Not what they want to do on 3rd down. You want to be able to move the ball. Oh, you know what? Actually, here it looks like it's going to be 1st down lines. They're moving the chains up, so great job to get that 1st down.
First and 10.
1st and 10 for the Lions.
So here I thought it was going to be 4th down. I didn't know that he actually made that.
Looks like the Eagles sending 5 on the edge. Oh.
O'Brien with the keeper.
Good run on 1st down. That's what you really want to do, Paul, on 1st down. Move the ball, establish some further running into the opponent's territory to set up a bigger play for 2nd down, 3rd down, 2nd down, not about 2nd and 5. So let's see what they look to do here. Probably another run to Williams, I'd suggest.
You can see all the Lions. They look over to the coaching staff. A number of signals going on. Coach Hardigan right there about the 27-yard line as he moves towards the 1st down marker, or where the ball mark is. And of course, he is definitely overseeing everything, but he does a great job with his coaches on what plays they want to call. Sergio Munoz in the coach's box. And Avery Williams has it. High steps for a second. Good tackle made by number 52 for Santa Margarita. And coming up to there to make the tackle is Tanner Matthews, who just went out a little while ago with a slight injury, came right back on the field. You might remember you saw him say, yeah, I'm okay.
Looks like my prediction came true. They gave the ball to Williams. He was able to maybe pick up a yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd down again. Maybe the Lions pass here. The outside of Williams trying to open things up a little bit, but like you said, Tanner Matthews coming in after being a little dinged up, making the tackle on Williams there, forcing 3rd down for the Lions.
Inside 3:50 to play in this 3rd quarter. We were tied up 21-21. Connor O'Brien with a pick 6 to tie this one up. Great play defensively. Again, this young man has been doing it all night long. Number 80, watch out for him. He made 3 consecutive plays earlier, and that's Alex Stewart.
Yep, Stewart there just in the backfield, somehow getting around a big offensive line, making a stop on Williams for 4th down now for the Lions.
All with a cast on his left arm, too. 21-21, 3:19 in the 3rd, tied up in this Trinity League showdown. Definite playoff implications. I know it's only the 2nd game in the league, but this is an extremely tough league, and 2-3 losses, and you could be really in a lot of trouble of making the playoffs.
Punt here.
And a decent punt drops out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. So 21-21 with 2:50 to go. We'll be back with more right after this.
That's the one. I will not be news today. I will not make another push to be the first man in space with frosted tips and a puka shell necklace. And I will not go viral when my terror is caught on camera when I finally realize that in the vacuum of space, no one can hear you sing. I'm Lance Bass, and I will not be trending today because there is a much bigger story that needs to be heard.
We have a good one, 21-21 inside 3 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. A pass out on the flat to the most dangerous guy out there on the field for the Eagles, Crawford.
There's O'Brien on another tackle there, leading the Lions on offense, like we said, leading them on defense with his brother, Connor, who had that big pick 6 earlier.
So 2nd down, and they're calling it about 6 yards for the 1st down.
Number 28 stumbling for a couple more yards there. Seeing him all night. Majority of the touches for the Eagles in their backfield, number 28.
3rd down and 3 right now. 3rd down and 3 for the Eagles. And quickly, Wagner. Oh, that was a dangerous play.
Wow, it looks like they faked it, kept it on the cornerback keeper around to the right. He was going to pull it and pass it. Looked like he hesitated for a second. Ball falls incomplete. 4th down for the Eagles now. See if they punt or it looks like the punting unit's coming on here.
Wagner comes off. 4th down and 3. And right now, these two teams thinking about this game. Do you think the pressure's mounting at all as we're going to get into the 4th quarter?
Yeah,
soon?
the 4th quarter, tied, high tensions, big rivalry. Let's see what team really steps it up, puts the pedal to the metal here, and gets a big victory.
So here we are. 4th down and 3. Santa Margarita lining up for the punt. Avery Williams back. Oh, that was a step and amazing job by the punter. And no flag in the backfield. And this one rolls to the 20. Not that there should have been a flag. I was looking to see. And that was pretty dicey, huh?
Yeah, the punter wants to get the ball off as early as he can to avoid have it be blocked. But, he held on to it there, faked the punt. The defenders were still in the area of his leg where he could have, tried to kick it and it'd be blocked again. But he able to get the kickoff and actually deep in the line's territory.
I don't know the rule of this. If he fakes punts, can they go tackle him?
Yeah, as soon as he fakes it, they could have easily hit him right there, forced a fumble, something happened. That was a really scary play if you're an Eagles fan.
Yeah, I was going to say, because, I was worried about roughing the punter, and that might have been something they're thinking about. But either way, they get off a clean punt, and O'Brien's the ball carrier. And, boy, he is brought down pretty darn quickly in the backfield. Once again, big number 80 in on the tackle. How about this young man?
Yeah, he's really done a good job probably in the film room this week studying and analyzing the JSerra line, seeing what he has to do to become a better player against him because, as it's evident tonight, he has these big fells, these big plays on third down. He's really coming in, really probably worked hard and studied, see what they were going to do in situations.
Inside 150 to play. 2nd and 13 here in the third quarter. 21-21, O'Brien with a quick pass, a little short, falling incomplete.
It's a good look, trying to target Bowman on there, trying to get him on the outside, use his speed, trying to get upfield probably after if he would have caught the ball, but thrown a little bit short. Good play call by Jim Hardigan. 3rd and long, though, now here for the Lions. Let's see how they're going to try and convert this one.
Spirit of the stands on the JSerra side as they have brought out their cell phones. The flashlights on. 21-21 as we talk about, and a seesaw battle. No team has had more than a 7-point lead in this game. Looks like they're going to blitz here, and they decide to back off just for a second. O'Brien rolls to his right, looks downfield, finds a man, inbounds. Nice play there. On the other end of that one is O'Brien.
Let's see if that one's down. That would be really neat if he got to the first down marker and was able to just get it and keep the drive going for the Lions.
I had an opportunity to sit down with Connor today and talk to him about this game, and he was pretty psyched for it. He's just a great football player. He's a senior, and I told him and Nathan, I said, I'm sure you guys have heard this, but people always say they remember more fun times about playing football in high school than if they do in college or the pros.
Yeah, high school is really that time, that element where you're literally with them every single part of the day through class, 6-7 periods, and after school at practice, and on the weekends doing dances and hanging out with each other at the beach around here. It's a really fun experience, high school football.
Here we go on 4th down and 3. Good snap and the punt. Nice job on the punt. And drifting back to the 35 and backpedaling a little bit more and trying to get some room to run, but just couldn't do it. But a good job there by number 87, Noah Rashid.
Yeah, he did a good job fielding the punt. Didn't get that many yards out of it, but was able to stay on his feet, pick up a yard or two. The Lions were swarming on there, on that punt coverage. Looked like a really good punt coverage drawn up by Coach Scott McKnight, special teams coach for JSerra. Looked like they had a lot of bodies around the ball, were able to bring him down without any much of a bleeding on, keeping more yards for Santa Margarita, and instead JSerra able to get him down.
We had 14 points scored in the first quarter, 21 in the second quarter, and 7 in the third. As we are winding this one down with 30 seconds left, Wagner, the quarterback, has had some great passes tonight. He did have a pick 6 by Connor O'Brien out of the shotgun. He drops back to pass time, and this one thrown out of bounds, intended for his key player, number 6, and that's, of course, we talked about him last year. He was not at Santa Margarita, but that's Dylan Crawford. Played with Avery Williams, number 21 for JSerra. So those two guys know each other very well.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup to watch here tonight. Williams playing on both sides. Crawford just playing receiver number 6 for Santa Margarita, but they've gone at it. Here comes a free.
Go-to guy has some time, unleashes this one, and this ball is going to be a little overthrown.
Yep, targeting Crawford there again on the play. A little bit overthrown. See his wheels, though, on that.
Oh, yeah. So he was just off on that one. This will bring up a third down.
Key third down for the Lions defense here. If they can force this turnover, force a punt, they can get the ball back, really make some noise. Big touchdown, put them in the lead.
13 seconds left in this one in the third quarter. Big play right here for the Eagles. Every play is big. The blitz is on as they come up from the corners, and they will not get a first down.
There's Steele Brenner, he sniffed it right on that play with the screen play. They try and draw the defensive lineman up the field, try and get him to forget about the running, flipping out right there into the flats. Santa Margarita had a good, decision on that, trying to go with the screen, but, JSerra, Steele Brenner sniffed that out, able to tackle him, cause a fourth down. Eagles are going to have to punt the ball now.
Well, this will be the end of the third quarter play as we are tied up at 21. When we come back, the clock resets at 12 minutes. We'll be back with more of the Game of the Week right after this.
You taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
The earthquakes you see in movies are one thing, but real life is a completely different animal. Just because you can't predict an earthquake doesn't mean that you can't prepare for one. In the event of a real earthquake, you should drop, cover, and hold on. Visit ready.gov/earthquake and practice what to.
Welcome back to the Game of the Week. The punt on fourth down by the Santa Margarita Eagles. The Lions will have the football at the 41-yard line. And then with the score 21-21, your thoughts? The Lions have a short field to work with.
I think the Lions are really going to come out here and try and establish a passing game now, because the run game, it looks like they got number 80 on the Santa Margarita Eagles really keyed in on what they're going to do on their run scheme. So they really need to air it out now, I think, here. Fourth quarter. I don't know if they're going to do it with such a close game. You don't really want to, risk the potential of a pick six for the Lions, but let's see what they do here on offense.
Starting at the 44-yard line, O'Brien, the quarterback, Williams, the ball carrier. No, they faked to Williams, throwing it across the middle, in and out of the hands.
Kyle Adams.
Yep, in and out of the hands of Adams. 9 times out of 10, Adams catches that ball. He'll make another great play in this game.
Yeah, got the first down of the game for the Lions on that little tight end pop pass. Good look for him there. Maybe he just looks in the ball a little bit longer. I don't know what happened, but yeah, like you said, he does make that play 9 times out of 10. He's a great football player and a great kid for the Lions.
11:43 to go. All you viewers at home, thank you for tuning in on your mobile devices, on your iPads, on your big screen TVs. We appreciate you watching. We're going to start out with hundreds and get to thousands as we continue this. This is our very first one of our Game of the Week with Athletes in Motion. JSerra, a nice recovery on that high snap for O'Brien as he gets across the 50-yard line.
Really followed his blockers well on that one, able to get about an 8-yard gain. But, if he just holds that ball a little bit, reads the defensive end, a nice cut up in the middle of the Lions' offensive line. First or third down for the Lions now.
Sometimes that when a defensive player looks at a high snap, sometimes they second, and that creates an opportunity for the offense to take it upfield.
Exactly. That's like what happened just there. Third down and 3.
3rd and 3 with 11:05 to go in this this fourth quarter now. A fake handoff to, right up by the top. I thought maybe there was going to be a caller on that one, but no penalty, and actually a very clean game to this point.
Yep, not that either. That really shows you the tremendous that the Trinity League possesses. Coach Curtis, Coach really managing the penalties here for both sides. Great discipline on each side with that, Catholic school. So it looks like it's going to be a really good game going forward as well.
4th down and 3, and the Lions are going to be forced to punt the football as their punter is on the 44-yard line.
You know, the Lions have been fooled with some trickery in the past, so let's see if they maybe try and here, maybe a little fake punt, draw something up late in the game. Big change of events, or not, maybe just a punt.
Good snap, and the punt straight up. He's going to take a JSerra bounce. So
there we go, all the way inside the 10-yard line, it looks like, all the way down to the 7 or the 8.
So number 80 with the punt for the Lions. Hey, you can't, that's Ethan Warden, you can't root for a team now. Remember, you're in the broadcast booth.
Sorry.
All right.
You know, Warden there, he's a really good punter, though. Goes to all types of combines and events trying to get recruited. But, you know, it really has paid off. I heard he's got some really good looks coming up because he's a big leg, big kid. You know, you want a punter to have a good physical leg and be able to boot the ball far into opponent's territory.
Even 10 minutes left in this one, 21-21. And we will have to find out the overtime rule here. If it does go in,
I believe each team gets a possession and it's a score. Each is fair. Each team gets a chance in an overtime.
And that was a tricky play there because Connor O'Brien was there and he was thinking, can I pick six another one of these? But completed to number 87, and that's Noah Rashid.
Decides to just make the tackle there, not get all flashy with the 6, but, you know, forces a second down. Now they're running through the C gap.
Couple extra yards after initially he's hit number 28, who's run the ball several times tonight.
Yep, Shira's got a majority of the share in backfield touches for the Eagles tonight. Number 28 has run the ball really well.
That's Trey Green, of course, and Eagles get lined up on offense. They got time left on the clock, plenty of time, and no huddle. Wagner, actually a direct snap, not to Wagner.
Dragged down by Adams. Big play for the Lions. 3rd down, forces the 4th down. Let's see. Looks like the Eagles are going to have to punt. Great hit by Adams, though. Snap came through, laid the wood. Great finish.
Eagles trying to catch the Lions off guard with a direct snap to Matthew Mark. It did not pay off. And here we go once again. See it. Good play by the Lions, number 34, as Jacob talked about. Kyle Adams. Look on the sidelines of the Santa Margarita Eagle Lions. Again, good rival as this one is at a great game so far. Very entertaining by both sides. Good punt.
Defense really stepping up here in the second half.
Takes an Eagles bounce and then back to a Lions bounce.
No points scored here on offense in the second half. The big play coming on defense.
That reverse bounce and then an Eagles bounce pushing it back. Williams right there decided not to get anywhere near that one. So here we are, 21-21. It has settled down and slowed down here in the second half scoring-wise. Have most of the student body on both sides of the field on their feet as they're watching a fantastic game with 8:18 to go. 1st and 10 Lions.
JSerra looks strong on offense, but, you know, really that SM defense has been stellar tonight for them. Let's see what Connor O'Brien's going to do here. Running it all the way.
O'Brien has it, and there's a flag on the play. The ball goes out of bounds. Curious to see what this flag was. It came from the backfield. Couldn't tell from our angle what it was, but we'll wait, find out from the official. As they,
like we were saying earlier, you know, there weren't a lot of penalties this game because both coaches are really disciplined. But it looks like the officials have settled on holding by the Lions.
Holding by the Lions, so that will bring them back.
Well, that'll push them a little bit deeper. Not something that again obviously wants, but something that's going to have to work with. Maybe start throwing the ball more.
We'll take a look at this one once again and see if we can find out where it took place and maybe take us through it here, Jacob.
Yeah, you know, it looks like it's probably somewhere on the offensive line since we couldn't really get that good of a view on there, but with the trenches, you know, they're always grabbing, always trying to hold on to the block. Maybe that time just got a little carried away.
In the backfield, Avery Williams is brought down on the 29-yard line.
You know, 80 Stewart, he's in on the tackle again. 44, the 6'1", 215-pound tank, just both of them in there on Williams, sniffing him out.
So this will bring him back to a 2nd down in 16. 7:38 to go in this 4th quarter. We're all tied up at 21.
Hopefully JSerra can get something going here. They got second and long.
Remember, you can't keep rooting. Just across the 31-yard line. You want them on both sides of the ball liking you.
You know, I want Santa Margarita to keep doing a good job on defense here as well.
Good comeback. Good. I love it. It's on the flat, in and out of the hands.
There it is, that SM defense just stifling them. Can't really seem to get anything going for the Lions there. SM reading it all over, making good plays.
Jacob, we've got our little wrestling match going on. No one wants to give. The tug of war also. Take it, give it away. Take it and give it away.
Exactly.
So it's 3rd down and 8. Lions going backwards a little bit on this drive. This is a big 3rd down play. Every play now on 3rd down is huge with the game tied at 21.
Lions looking to convert. You know, they've got a couple 3rd and longs here this game, but I also remember a couple times where they fell short. Let's see what their strategy is for overcoming these 3rd and longs.
Here we go out of the shotgun, man in motion. O'Brien with some time, looks down, cuts off on the Williams, who tries to find a room, and he is tackled by 3 different Eagles. He had nowhere to go.
Yeah, both coaches really favoring that screen play on 3rd down. You know, it really sets up the defense coming up the field, leaving a lot of open territory if you're on a 3rd and long. But it looks like it's not going to pay off for the Lions either, and they're going to have to be forced to punt.
Back to punt the football on 4th and 18. This is critical. A good snap here for the Lions. Special teams again, 1/3 of the game. Nice
Booming punt.
That's a huge punt. Fair catch made, signaled and made on the 32. Let's go take you back to that running play just moments ago and watch how they cut down Avery here, Jacob.
Yeah, you know, they're trying to get him behind his good blocking, but a couple of people recognize that the play's a screen. They start to come upfield, abandon the pass protection that they used to have against the wide receivers, come up, wrap Williams up, force a punt for the Lions.
Chris Levici on the bottom of that pile, number 11. Senior, 6 foot, 200 pounds. And here we go. You can hear the crowd on the near side start to get fired up. And with that, there's a look at them. The Eagles crowd standing on their feet, knowing how important this drive is. Looks like we had a blitz going on there, a reverse pass. Downfield, they have a man, but they decided not to throw it.
His man was open, which was Crawford, their favorite player to throw to, and maybe the guy who was throwing it, just because he wasn't a quarterback, didn't really think Crawford would be open, but manages to look like he gets a pretty good gain on this play.
Noah Rashid ends up with the ball and throw it for a second, but he is rushed. And I like what happened at the end of this play, right here. Let him go.
Yep, Solinsky knows can bring the boom, but on that play, it's best just to let up, not get a draw flag.
That's right. You don't want a big penalty on that. Oh, huge play.
There we
How
go.
about that?
Steel Brenner once again in the backfield, just causing damage to the Eagles' offensive plans, causing another second down. Steel Brenner, not the biggest player, but very athletic, able to use his speed to get around there with a little swim move block. You see him bat the ball down there. Great play by Steel.
He is 6'5", not very big, dude. That's like a foot bigger than I am. Come on.
You know, he doesn't weigh that much, so it's really hard to hold your own in there, but he's physical, a great player.
Eagles running the football. Clock continues to move on the 47-yard line. Dishing it on 28, and that's Trey Green.
Trey Green seemed to just being a workhorse for the Eagles tonight. Not many big runs, but a lot of runs, chains moving.
Third down, 7 to go, 5:50 and counting, 21-21. Second game of Trinity League for both these teams, both of them looking for a win. Time across the middle, completed, first down and more. All the way for the score, touchdown, Grant Calcaterra. That's how they did it in the first quarter.
Yeah, it looks like the same exact play they ran to Calcaterra in the first quarter. Lions couldn't key on it the second time, and he scores again. Another big touchdown for him. Having a heck of a fantasy day on ESPN fantasy terms.
Wow, that was a big play. Wagner pass to Calcaterra, and we'll see it again. Plenty of time across the middle. Jacob, you can't do it any better than that.
Yep. Just finding his man, leading his man into more open range. Cascaro already is able to take it all the way to the big house for 6.
5:33 to go in this game. 27, now 28.
28-21.
28-21. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hey, Gabby, how you doing? How was the play date and sleepover?
Dad, it was great.
Awesome. Okay, I'm on my way.
Hey, guys, what are you doing?
We're going swimming. We're going bucket. Yeah!
I'll see you in a little bit, guys. I love you.
Hi, babe. How was school today?
Hi, Dad. It was great.
Okay, honey. I'll be home soon. Remember, you're never too far away from your kids to be a dad. Reach out and take a second to check in, because sometimes the smallest moments can have the biggest impact.
Hey everybody, welcome back. 28-21, 5:33 to go here in this game. And Jacob Wolf, what a play by Grant Calcaterra. What kind of answer does JSerra bring now? They have to score quickly.
Oh, well, you know, JSerra, they're in a hole with only 5 minutes left. They've got to come up, score big, have to get the ball back if they want a chance at winning, but it's going to be really hard against this tough SM defense.
Huge kick. It goes all the way by Sam Loy into the back of the end zone. So 28-21, JSerra led since the second quarter.
Looking to regain the lead, but it's going to take, you know, at least 2 possessions with only 5 minutes left. That's going to be pretty tough. So let's see what JSerra musters up, is able to do on first down from the 20-yard line here.
It's been a wild game so far. 28-20. Lions looking on their sideline for a play. And since this is a Trinity League game, and these are 2 Catholic high schools, there might be some prayers being said on both sides of the field today. Avery Williams, boy, does he get banged up as he gets across the 20, maybe the 21-yard line.
Yeah, Williams was trying, you know, get to the left, follow his blockers, but that SM defense, since as they've been all night, able to bring him down, force another second down.
So you want to play high school football. Did you see Alex Stewart get up, shaking his head like,
yeah, you know, he delivered a big hit there, but, you know, as soon as you deliver that big hit, sometimes there's some recoil, and you'll see a little bit of stars there.
Second down and 9 to go. O'Brien, this one a bit more arrow. Oh, I was going to say there's going to be some pass interference.
Yeah, definitely some pass interference on number 5 there for the Eagles. He had Bowman open, a little bit underthrown, but that was the pass. In the end was a corner trying to get back on, latch on to Bowman, not even let him allow to see here. Yep, not even allowing him to get up.
He did the right thing about turning back to the ball, knocking away, but prior to that, he had a grasp on him, and so it is a flag. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions. Pass interference.
Just what the Lions needed. You know, the Eagles' defense has been great all night. They don't want to give up those flags, though. It allows the Lions to advance deeper into their territory, giving them another chance. It's basically a gift. Don't want to give it any team you play any gifts.
1st and 10, 4:51. Lions down by 7. Man, Lions have won this game the last 2 years. They're going for the tie, and Bowman is there. Oh, but an interception. Huge play by Huge play by number 5 on the other side of the ball, and that is Darren Fernandez.
Well, you know, he got the flag called on him the play before, probably got a little bullseye. Needed to come out, redeem himself, and he sure did with that big interception there.
Darren Fernandez, and what a play right here. Wow, what a catch.
Able to put a big change of momentum. The Lions looking to score, try and tie it up. Unfortunately, they're going to have to wait and get another big defensive stop.
28-21, 4:44 to go on the clock. Darian Fernandez, who Jacob mentioned had a penalty, allowed them to get 10 extra yards on a pass interference call, and then he comes back on the very next play. Ball thrown nicely, but Fernandez goes up to make a great interception.
There's Wattenberg in on the tackle. He's done a great job blocking for Williams tonight. That's why Williams, you know, has so many yards, has the touchdown, but he's also able to step up big on defense there, force a second down for the Eagles.
And I assume until they have to, they will not pass.
Yeah, you know, they'll definitely try and run the ball, keep running on the Lions, run the clock down, try and force the Lions to not have any positions so they can't even have a chance to score. But it looks like they're going to have their hands full trying to score on this amped up Lions defense here. Luckily, they're the home team. Big drive for Santa Margarita offense right now to close them out.
2nd and 10, clock now at 4 minutes. And how about Crawford? If you're going to try to run the football, why not give it to him?
Exactly.
Almost a first down.
You know, Crawford, you know, in the air game passes, but you want to get the ball in the hands of your best player, even if it means just little end arounds and things like that, and it looks like it pays off.
Flag on
Santa
the play.
Margarita gets a good game, but there is a flag on the play,
Holding.
as Paul mentioned.
Holding Santa Margarita will back up, and it will be 2nd down.
Did look like there was a little something, like JSerra looked to be pulling in, closing in for the tackle at maybe around a 1-yard gain for the Eagles, but then all of a sudden something just sprang through, which was evident to be the holding call, which is why the Eagles are going to be pushed back further into their territory now.
.358 to go in this one. Lions down by 7.
Lions looking to be in good position here, 2nd and long for the Eagles. Can really come up with something cool here, you know, a blitz or something, since with so much room to work with, the Eagles have so far to go before their first down.
Wagner out of shotgun, sends a man in motion, quick snap, but there's another flag.
Another flag on the play. Potentially a false start, which is by the offense. Not looking good for Rick Curtis and the Eagles here now. Having to, I mean, they are in the lead, but they need to seal this lead, seal the victory. And it's not looking very good with all these penalties happening here.
Penalties right now hurting the Eagles, but not on the scoreboard. And just moments ago, prior to that, a touchdown by Wagner to Grant Calcaterra, making it 28-21. Lions turn the football over as Darian Fernandez comes up with a great interception. But since then, the Lions move 2nd and 24, 3:16 on the clock. And they hand it off. You thought about this. Trey Green.
Yep, he's a bell cow for the Eagles. He's just getting every handoff, running the ball real well. Looks like he's going to get a 10-yard gain on that one, force a 3rd and 10 for the Eagles. Ryan Fields, yep, he's a great player too for the Lions. Only a sophomore, but he's a real rangy player, out 6'4", 6'5". He's able to cover a lot of ground for the Lions there. Comes up, makes a tackle, forcing 3rd down.
Again, big 3rd down play, as all of them have been here in the 4th quarter.
3rd down conversion rate has seemed to be a big playmaker in today's game. Seems to be whoever converts the most 3rd downs, especially these big 3rds along, it's able to allow them to try and score the ball on the next possession. And whoever's dominated that in every game seems to be the one who comes out on top. Here tonight, it seems that it's been pretty equal with the Lions, converting on some 3rd and longs, the Eagles converting on some 3rd and longs. You see that big touchdown a series or two ago. So let's see what the Lions are able to do, set the tone for the victory here tonight if they're able to get this big 3rd down play.
Timeout on the field, and 28-21, 2.5 minutes to go. Santa Margarita with some smiles on their sidelines, but cautiously optimistic about this one, because you just never know how quickly things can turn.
And, they are facing 3rd and long, so you can never really be too sure what's going to happen on there. Defense could come with a blitz, try and mix things up, get you off balance. Defense up into deeper coverages, cover 4s and things like that, try and prevent the deep pass play. Really key in. Let's see where the Eagles are going to do here. More flags on the field now. Let's see what the flag that they've called here is for. It's going to be against the defense. That does not look good for them, considering they had Santa Margarita at 3rd and long. Now they're going to move the ball up. It's only going to be 3rd and 5 now. Give the Eagles a better opportunity to convert here for the 1st down. Coach Hardingham does not look happy over there for the JSerra Lions.
Just beyond the 40-yard line, he walks towards midfield. Hardingham does on the sidelines. And Wagner decides to go down to one knee, and he'll be a 1st down, which will keep the clock going.
Yeah, if he's able to get that 1st down, that's not going to be looking good for the JSerra Lions, considering they needed force a turnover or a punt or something to get the ball back in their hands with 2 minutes left. You know, they could get another first down, the game could be almost over.
2013 and 14, the Lions won this rival game. Santa Margarita looking to take it back tonight. They have 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go before they do that. If in fact they hold on to the football, no turn, Jacob said, just wind the clock down. Trey Green, who again gets 8+ yards. Some big runs for that. He's just starting to pick up speed.
Yep, if they can just keep giving him the ball, keep letting him get positive yards, moving the chains for another first down, it looks like that'll be it for the Lions. Times of winning will be over.
JSerra Lions call a timeout. Hey, you can't give up that fast. Come on, man. There's a lot that can happen in 148.
You know,
right?
there is, you know, when you are able to just take a knee and run out the clock. That's another story. Hopefully JSerra can muster something up here defense, but, you know, hopefully Santa Margarita can get a first down for their offense.
So at the end of this one, we will watch the celebration for a few moments and then wrap up, but we are 148 from that. Again, really appreciate you guys joining us that are watching us live, and then of course watching us on replay when you have the opportunity to do that. This is our very first collaboration of my company, Athletes in Motion, and JSerra Catholic High School. Combination of students and our production team. Really appreciate the hard work. I have walked stairs of Saddleback Press Box about 500 times today, so hopefully our crew of 10 now will help out. That was a hint to all our staff to stay around.
Unless I'm trying to draw JSerra off sides there. Second and short. Gonna hand the ball off.
And Green just first down.
It's gonna be stopped. It's gonna force third down. Big third down here for the Lions. If they're able to force a fourth down, get the Eagles a punt, that could mean something for their offense, really get something going. But if not, if that's first down, looks like it's gonna be game over.
Green got up a little slow at that. Again, he might be feeling the heat that has been plaguing Southern California the last couple months. Hottest October that I can remember.
Yeah, this game started off being real humid, players real sweaty early on. Now, you know, weather's shifted, more comfortable, 70 degrees, suitable Southern California weather.
So both coaches talking to their team on the timeout.
You know, it's really interesting to see what will be going through the huddle at this play for JSerra. They're probably saying, you know, everyone remember your keys, remember your assignments, stick to the game plan, don't do anything crazy. But, you know, someone is going to have to come up, big players, big games, so hopefully someone on JSerra can do that. But SM's going to be looking to obviously get that first down to seal the victory for them. They've done a great job on offense here all night on third down. SM's done a remarkable job finding their biggest receiver in big moments. But they've also done a great job pounding the ball to that running back, number 28, up the middle, on the side. See what they choose to do here on third down. Big play.
Third down and one. Third down and one. Just outside the 50-yard line. Or you could say inside the 50-yard line for the Eagles. And they had a little trouble, and did he get it? And he dove for it, and
looks like they're not going to spot him a first down. Looks like they pull it a little bit short. 4th and inches probably. 4th and 1, they're saying. Big play for the Lions, D. Great job. The Eagles tried some trickery there, you know, shifting out in and out of some stuff to start the play. Ended up just handing it off to number 28.
So 4th down and 1. Huge play here as the clock continues to run. They're going to run off as much of the clock as they possibly can in case they do not get the first down.
This is it for JSerra. Their defense really has to step up here if they want to force something. Turnover.
Santa Margarita calls the timeout before the play clock expires. And so it is 1:11 left on the clock right now. 28-21.
There you see Rick Curtis motivating the Eagles offense to get going, try and get this first down, seal the victory for him. Great job they've done all night on offense on third down. There's JSerra over there led by Jim Hardigan, coaching up his players, telling them, you know what, stay your ground. Don't let them push us around in our house, but be observant to what's going to be happening with the receivers because, you know, everyone's going to be looking for something up the middle, but you never know what's happening on the outside there.
One of these teams is going to get their first win in Trinity League. The other one, 0-2, with a hill to climb. And I believe Santa Margarita, JSerra plays St. John Bosco. And of course, Santa Margarita already played St. John Bosco, and they got beat by them handily. And JSerra will have their work cut out for them when they play one of the best teams. Here we go.
A big third down play. Oh, it looks like they're going to punt on 4th and 1. Give the ball back to JSerra with a minute left, relying on their defense.
I was going to say, or are they going to fake it? But this is a risky play, and the ball is on the 25-yard line, just shy of the 25. 59 officially on the clock, 101 on the clock, and 1st and 10, 28-21. Plenty of time.
Last week, JSerra gave the ball back to Servite with only 45 seconds left, and they were able to drive all the way down, convert the 2-point conversion, and, you know, really stick it up JSerra. But JSerra this time wants to be able to do the same thing against Santa Margarita. Only a minute and a second left on the clock. Let's see if they can drive it down and convert on 2 points.
Here we go. Lions football down by 7, 1:01 to go. O'Brien's the quarterback. Passes it over the middle, incomplete.
Wide open, had him ready. Wide receiver like he was in position to make the catch, ended up dropping it, set up a second down and long from JSerra.
So the 2nd down and 10. It's not the downs as much as the clock right now, but you do got to pick up some first downs, work the sidelines, and hope for a big play. I haven't seen the Lions do any trickery tonight. They don't do a lot of trick plays. Up and down they go. Here we go.
You know, Williams is really their biggest playmaker. Let's see if how they try and incorporate getting the ball to his hands out of the backfield.
O'Brien with time. And short pass completed. So JSerra decides to go up the middle. To number 32.
No timeout, so
Jalen.
let's see how fast the Lions can get on the ball and muster up another play. Only 43 seconds here, 42.
3rd down and 5 for the Lions. Here we go. O'Brien with the ball. Over the middle, incomplete.
Seconds left, 3rd and 4. 4th and 4, excuse me.
You curious on why they're throwing it over the middle?
Yeah, you know, it's always dangerous doing that, especially as you see the Seahawks in last year's Super Bowl throw it over the middle, gets picked off, game over. JSerra is trying to move the ball out here. Let's try and get it to the outside, you know, if you're thinking in the Lions' perspective, trying to get the ball out of bounds, move the ball still. Big
Huge
4th down,
play.
though.
Game on the line right here. They need a first down. 4th down and 4. 32 seconds left to go in the game. Lions down by 7. O'Brien, quick pass, and that will go incomplete. And that should put a bow on this one for the Santa Margarita Eagles, who have lost this game the last 2 years. But it looks like tonight they are going to win it.
Yep, you know, O'Brien had a man open there to begin with at the slot position. Looked like he was running a quick out, try and move the ball, just get a quick first down, get out of bounds. Maybe it slipped out of his hands, maybe he just read it wrong. But the pass is going to go incomplete, and the Eagles are going to be able to hold on for a victory here without their number 1 rated quarterback, KJ Costello.
That's a big, big time play that Wagner made coming into this game at starting quarterback, filling in for KJ Costello. And Wagner had just one flaw in that pick 6. Other than that, he played a fantastic football game. Big number 12 for Santa Margarita. And he is a junior at 6'5", 200 pounds. He'll take a knee, and this one will be over. Lions have no more timeouts, and congratulations to both teams on the field. This was a very clean game, and they played it out to the end. Went back and forth. JSerra scored in the first quarter to start it off. The Eagles quickly tied it up, and from there we had a seesaw battle. So as the time winds down, to watch the celebration on the field between these two teams, the more of the celebration will happen on this side of the field, as this one is 28-21 is the final score.
JSerra gave it all they had. Santa Margarita gave it all they had. It seems that Santa Margarita just today is the better team, ending the 2-year win streak that JSerra carried.
So congratulations to Coach Rick Curtis, picking up his first win against the JSerra Lions. Congratulations to both teams for playing a very well-played game. And we will see more of these two teams as we go ahead in the future. And once again, what a great game. So tonight, our very first broadcast, a collaboration of Athletes in Motion and JSerra Catholic High School. We certainly appreciate you watching at home or wherever you are on your mobile device and or the comfort of your living room. For Jacob Wolf or Ashlyn Underwood, who gave us a report at halftime, for entire staff and crew of the Game of the Week, we appreciate you watching. Great job tonight, man.
Thanks for having me on, Mr. Higgins. It's always a pleasure.
You did a great job, and good luck with the Saddleback Gauchos tomorrow night. If you're watching us live tonight, they play here tomorrow night on this very same field. You can come out and watch Jacob Wolf and the Gauchos, led by Coach Mark McElroy. Once again, the final score here, 28-21. I'm Paul Higgins. Thank you for watching. See you next time.